Checking connection. Bloody jolly good. Here we go. Devil jolly good there, laddies. All right. Let's tilt this camera a little bit. There we go. Bloody jolly good. Jolly jolly good. Firebug 509. All right, let's get this party started. Barry Slot, how are you doing, Barry? Jill and Bruner, hey, I talked to the hubby today. Cool beans, glad you guys are doing good. Cuban 50, way to go. Alex, how's it going? All right, Bruner's in the house. Cool beans, the best Bruner got here first. Yes, I had a conversation with him about you this morning. All good, I'm assuming. That one's done. Okay, my tea. Gotta have my tea. All right, Rude Dude, what's happening? All right, we got YouTube. We got TikTok. Simone, I haven't seen you in a couple of days. How are you today? Twitter, I haven't got a single person on Twitter in over 2 weeks. What's going on with Twitter? I mean, really now. My hair looks terrible. Ugh. All right, is what it is. Fuck it. I'm getting old. Just got to deal with it. It is what it is. Oh, stop recording. Okay, we want to go to... Here we are. Hello. All right. Let's roll. Hey, everyone. This is James from Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by The 10-Minute Trader. The 10-Minute Trader. The trading strategy I'm about to show you was created for my 9-year-old daughter. Barry wants to look at Whirlpool. Cool beans. It was created for my 9-year-old daughter back in 2008. And it was created in a way where she only needed 10 minutes a day in order to do her trading. So it needed to be simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way for her to lose. Now, the reason why it was no way for her to lose, because we all know audio is broken on YouTube. Monitor feed. Uh-oh. 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 Monitor feed. It sounds like it's going good here. Okay. Over there, YouTube. Yeah, volume's up all the way there. Holy bad guys. I don't know. Audio input. Hello, my friends. Hello. Yeah, it seems to be going good. It's good. All right. All right. As I was saying, for my 9-year-old daughter, James, when you sell an option, how long does it take for the premium to show up in your account? Actually, it should be instantaneous. You should get it right away. Okay, sounds good? All right. Aunt 370. Aunt 370. Nice to see you here. Okay, so as I was saying, this trading strategy I am about to show you was created for my 9-year-old daughter. Guess it's just my connection regarding the YouTube audio. Okay. Now, when I say it's got to be simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way for her to lose, and no, my daughter is not trading anymore. Apparently 1% per week is not enough for her. It's the new age. I don't know what it is with the millennials and the Gen Z. They want everything right away, right? Yeah. Happy to be here. Well, I'm glad to be here too. Another day above ground. I'm good with it. All right, so as I was saying, yeah. So it had to be simple, safe, predictable, consistent, all that nice, neat, fun stuff. Because at 9 years old, if she started losing money, she's going to cry. I'm going to feel like crap. Everything's just going to be bad. I'll sub if you play the song Mad Hatter by Melanie Martinez. Jenny, that ain't going to happen. Terribly sorry. I'm here to entertain in a certain manner. I have no idea who that was. And I know who the Mad Hatter is. But I have no sorry. That's a no. What the hell are you thinking? Conservative, how are you doing? So let's just jump in, see where we are, see what we picked up today. Okay, so today was Monday, the first day of, I think, week 44, I think it is. Week 44, which is the 5th week. Wait a second. I gotta count this out again. Hold on a minute. It's 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. Yeah, week 44. So today, week 44. All right. James has skills. Music is not one of them. Thank you there, William. I feel so much better about my position in life. All right. Favonimes. Favonimes? Altria. Really? Why do we want to look at Altria? M-O. Altria. Ooh, that's a little strong tonight. All right, Altria, first thing we want to see. Here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at that movement. Sideways, up, down. Currently at 50.35. 50 is going for 88. Take that off there. Yep, you'll get that to 51. Barely make 1%. So, okay, Altria looks like a good 1% trade. Just because the numbers work doesn't mean it's a good opportunity. Now, what are we looking for? What stock do you buy? I buy lots of stocks. Okay, today we got Intel, we got Merck, we got Halliburton, Albemarle, Apache, Macy's, CVS, Hertz. Ooh, lots of good ones. Right now we're looking at Altria. All right, so let's take a look at the numbers. A year ago, we were sitting at, where is that? 39.78. I would have loved to buy into AMD, but too expensive for me. Yeah, I hear that. Okay, the bottom was in the beginning of March, 39.25. Check it out right here. And then she shoots up nicely. Okay, so she shoots up the 5th of September, and that was 54.95. So 54.95 is the high. She drops down, retrace, drops down, retrace, drop down, retrace, drop down, retrace. Now she's going to the upside. Well, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days to the upside. But look at all the space from here all the way to the top. This thing's got a long run for going up, and it's giving over 1%. Say 53.35. Sorry, 50.35. The 50 is going for 88. You take 35 cents off of there. Now you're walking away with 53. Something like that. Is that right? Yeah. 5.3. Yeah, you're walking away with 53, which is over 1%. Well, cool. As long as the stock stays above 50. Well, right now it's at 50.35. Buddy, how do you get a feel that an upside push would continue? Well, that's a good question. Hold on a second. Let's back up here for a second. Technique 187. All right. Now, I like to keep things simple. Seriously, I do. I like to keep things simple. Now, stocks only do one of two things. Okay? They either go up or they go down. That's it. There is no in-betweens. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. Okay? Look all the way over here, last November. Let me go over this side so you can see me. Last November. Look closely at what the stock does. Okay? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. That's all stocks do. So if you want to get a good idea of where it's going, you got to get into the mentality of an option trader or a stock trader. Now, we're here to make money. Simple, plain and simple. That's it. That's what we're here for. Okay? I'm not here to be your buddy. I'm not here to be your uncle. I'm not going to adopt anyone. Okay? I'm here just to show you the numbers, show what they look like. Now, if stocks only go up and down, well, great. How do we know when they're going to go up and down? Well, look here. This is the last 30 days. Now, I like facts. I do. Facts are what they are. Today is the 28th of October. You can argue all you want until the cows come home, if you have cows, that is. But it is the 28th of October. And it is 9:14 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Facts are facts. Numbers are what they are. Math is the only exact science there is out there. 1 + 1 is going to equal 2 no matter what planet you are from, no matter what country you're from, no matter what religion you have. 1 and 1 is going to equal 2. Okay? So, when you see a 30-day chart, and this is a 30-day chart. Today is the 28th Okay, the 28th was on a Saturday, so we can't look at the Saturday, but we can look at a Friday, which is the 27th. Okay, so the high is right here. That is, you can ask anybody. Seriously, you could. Where's the high? Oh, let me think. Right there. It's not that difficult. Where's the bottom? Right there. It is what it is, no matter what kind of chart you look at. Now, this is not a special chart that I created myself. This is from Charles Schwab. Charles Schwab is one of the big boys. Okay, they have billions upon billions. Can you play thick? Oh boy, some people just want to waste my time. But anyway, here's the high of the 30-day period. Here's the low of the 30-day period. So think as an investor, okay? If you buy a stock and it goes up to a certain percent, everybody is different. I will take a profit at 1%, 2%. Really don't care about stock appreciation. Really, honestly, I don't. I'm looking for a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Do I care if the stock jumps way up? No, I do not. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. But if you want to know where a stock is going to move, just think like an investor. Here's the 30-day high. You can't argue with that. When you get to a high, you're going to have people like me and others in the audience who are going to say, wait a second, there's a profit here. Let me take it, because I'm going to tell you two things. These are things you want to remember. Number one, nobody ever went broke taking profits. That's number one. Number two, it ain't a profit until you take it. All right? So if you have a 30-day high, more than likely people are going to start taking profits. When people take profits, the stocks drop. Well, and it did right here. Okay, went down, here's the bottom right there. Turned around, went back up. Okay, great. So more profit taken. Here's the 30-day bottom. 30-day top, 30-day bottom. Now, what usually happens on a 30-day bottom? People start saying, wait a second, this is low. Let me start buying it. So as people start buying it, the price goes up. It's actually elementary. It's kind of like a seesaw in elementary school. One side goes down, the other side goes up. A teeter-totter, whatever you want to call it. Seesaw, teeter-totter. We call it a seesaw up in New England, okay? Some people call it a teeter-totter. I have no other ideas what other names they call it. But 30-day top, 30-day bottom, she's going to go up, back up again. Here's where it is at this moment in time. Well, the 30-day high is way up here. The 30-day bottom is way down here. And it's on an upward trend. Okay? Now, is that guaranteed? No. But that's what it looks like. 30-day top, 30-day bottom, going to the upside. Well, great. Let's take a look at the seasonality chart. Now, the seasonality chart is going to show us what does a stock normally do this time of year. Okay, what does that mean? Well, seasonality basically is exactly what it sounds like. Winter, spring, summer, fall. Those are the seasons. Certain stocks react in the winter as they do in the summer or the fall or the spring. So, if you look, this chart here, I'm going to change this up again. Hold on a second. All right, there we are. That way we can see the whole screen. All the way to the left is January 1st. All the way to the right is December 31st. The blue line represents the movement of this year. Okay, this is what the stock did this year on this particular chart. It's not the same as other charts because you have this red line here. That represents 10 years of data. That's 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, all the way up till current time. 10 years worth of data gives us the average movement of what the stock does. So what does it usually do this time of year? Because this is where we are right now in the fourth quarter. So I want to go to this blue dot right here. I'm going to left click, drag right until it lights up. That's the next 3 weeks. All right, so what is it going to do? Let's bring our cursor down right to there. Okay, so basically 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, so on and so forth. What's it going to do the next 2 weeks? Basically just go flat. And 4 weeks, 5 weeks, it's going to take all the way until the end of October before she starts going up. Now, that's not guaranteed. That's just historical performance. What did it do last year, the year before, the year before, the year before, so on and so forth. Is it guaranteed? No, not at all. But it gives us an idea of what the stock normally does. Now, what does Altria normally do? Well, they do the same thing year after year after year. They've been in business for over 100 years. Okay, they have consistently increased their dividends. So it is a good choice. But where are they going? Basically, sideways for a couple of weeks and then a little bit to the upside. Well, that's great. Does that guarantee it? No. It just gives us an idea of what it normally does. But this here, this shows us the current trend. 30 days ago, it went down. Then it went sideways, and here's the bottom right there. Now she's going to the upside. Okay, you could call it whatever you want. Seriously, you can. But to me, it looks as if it's going up. Because here's your 30-day bottom here, 48.85, and now she's going up to this side. Okay, that's how I figure or get a feel for where it's going. I just read the chart, read the numbers. Okay, if that's difficult, let's take a look at this one right here. Okay, that right there is just a line chart. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. However you want to read it, whatever chart style you want to use, okay, all going to show the same thing. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. All going to show the exact same thing. You just got to learn how to read it, and it's not that difficult. Right, there's a good one too. Okay, down, up, down, up, down, up. All the same data. You recommended WBA when it was around 850. I bought 200 shares. Thanks. William, I need to clarify something to you so that you don't repeat it to other people. Number one, I don't make any recommendations whatsoever. I always tell people, do your own homework, do your own research. Does it look good? Is it something that you like? Is it something you want to buy and hold on to? Okay, I didn't tell you to. I didn't say, hey, this is a good one, let's buy it. No, I said, I'm going to buy it. Huge difference. Why does my hair look so bad? Ugh. I think it's time for a haircut. It is. Holy cow. I should be thankful. 60 years old, I still got a lot of my hair left. My dad said I'll be losing my hair when I'm in my 40s. But I still got it, Dad. Anyway, so let's keep on going. Alrighty, so. What's your average hold time? 5 days. That was an easy question, wasn't it? Wow, I'm caught up with all the questions. Woohoo! All right, so I'm going to go over some of the stocks that we actually jumped in today. Whirlpool is going to be one of them. Now, I didn't buy any Whirlpool. I ran out of money after a while because I could only buy so much. Oh, okay. Wink, wink. Thanks. Yeah. Okay. Now, William, I have no problem whatsoever if you copy some of the trades or you actually take what I'm looking at and do it yourself. I get no problem with that. But just don't tell people I recommended it because I don't make any recommendations at all. You know, I said, hey, it looks good. I mean, there's a lot of companies that look good. Okay, but I really, really want people to do their own research because this is your hard-earned money we're talking about. Okay, so if you work hard for your money, you want to make sure it's going in the right place. So I always say, rule number one, never buy something you do not understand. It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, if you're trading your time for money, now I find my most valuable asset at this period in my life is my time. And I'm very leery on how I spend it. I do like to spend it every once in a while just watching the grass grow. But that's my personal preference. Okay? So, if you are going to trade your time for money and eventually want to be able to spend your time the way you want to, kind of like what I do, okay? Not that you have to aspire to that. People have other things to do. Walgreens still looking good. I feel like the bottom is in and it's breaking out to the upside. Well, there you go. No one should care more about your money than you. Oh, no, dude. That's a quote from my book. Okay, I've written 14 books. In my very first book, it says nobody cares. Wait a minute. Nobody has more. Oh, shit. I wrote it and I forget what it is. Working on it. No one has more interest in your money than you. Quote from my book that I wrote 12 or 14 years ago. But Bradley, I'm hoping you grabbed that from my book. Okay, but yeah, I did write that 15 years ago. McDonald's to the moon. I always order an E. coli special. My grass is dead, so dry. Okay, New York grass is okay. All right, Jackie wants to look at Boeing. Now, Boeing, what's your entry on Whirlpool? I don't think I bought Whirlpool. No, no Whirlpool there. No Whirlpool there. No Whirlpool there. I don't have any Whirlpool. Okay, we looked at Whirlpool today. Okay, but I didn't buy any. Okay, Jackie wants to look at Boeing. Boeing. Oh, so anyway, I like Altria. So let's see what a trade on Altria would look like. Okay, just for the fun of it, 50 bucks. Okay, so if we're going to do a covered stock, okay, and we're going to do the $50 strike price, and we're going to do just 100 shares so we don't scare anybody, and we're going to do it at the market order, and then we're going to see what it looks like. So, buy one covered Altria weekly, 1 November 24th. That means the option that I am going to sell against my stock is going to expire on Friday afternoon. Okay, great. The $50 call strike against Altria. Okay, so it's worth $65 per contract. What does that mean? That means I'm going to buy 100 shares. I'm going to sell an option for someone to buy it from me at $50 by November 1st, or by the end of business day on November 1st, which just so happens to be 3:59 p.m. Friday afternoon. So anytime between tomorrow morning, when I buy the stock at whatever it opens up at, because that's what the market says, MKT, that's at the market. So as soon as the stock opens, very first thing in the morning, I'm going to buy it at the open. Whatever it fills at, fine, great, whatever. And then I'm going to sell a $50 call strike against it. Now, if I'm doing both, the buying and the selling at the exact time, the profit is already in the equation. So it doesn't matter if it opens up at 50.02 or 51.63, whatever. The profit is already in the equation. So I'm already going to get that money. So one contract is going to give me $65 per contract. So what is that profit like? Okay, so $65 is my profit. Now, it's going to cost $4,935. Okay, so divide it by $4,935, and that comes to a grand total of 1.3%. 1.3% for 4 days, because we already missed out on Monday, because today's done and gone. Tomorrow is Tuesday. So the reason I like doing covered calls is, number one, hold on, let's get rid of all this stuff, get back to where we were. Back to the way we were, memories like the corners of my mind. Okay, so anyway, if I'm going to buy it first thing in the morning, I'm going to buy it at $50.35, sell the 50s, collect 88 cents a share. That comes to 1.3% for the week. What does that mean? Well, that means I'm buying it as soon as the market opens. I'm going to sell somebody the rights to buy it from me. The right, not the obligation. There's a huge difference there. That means they can buy it if they want. They don't have to buy it if they don't want to. Now, I like doing covered calls. Number one, they're simple, and they're safe, and they are predictable, and the profits are consistent. So remember what I said? I'm going to show you a trading strategy I created for my 9-year-old. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, no way to lose. The only way I could lose on this stock was just a couple of ways. You ready? Some of them are kind of funny if you think about it. One way I can lose on this trade is if the earth opened up and swallowed up every single Altria plant worldwide. Okay? That's a possibility. If you believe the bullshit story that the government is feeding you, you know, that magic bullet bullshit where it stops in midair, turns, moves over, stops, and goes again. If you believe that bullshit, then you'll believe that Altria can disappear overnight. But there is that chance, especially if you're talking to someone in the government. Can Altria disappear overnight? Sure it can. Okay? Also, number two, if you hit or I hit the wrong button at the wrong time and do something that I shouldn't be doing. The number one mistake all newbies make, okay, hitting the wrong button. Okay, when you're having your opportunity to do your trading online, you are 100% responsible for the buttons you hit on your keyboard. If you hit the wrong button and you sell something rather than buy it, or you buy something rather than sell it, that's a you mistake. Now, you can counteract that if you immediately, I say immediately, pick up the phone and call your broker. Say, hey, I just made a mistake. Can you fix it? But you have to do it immediately. You can't wait 5, 10, 15 minutes. It doesn't work that way. All right, that being said, let's move on. All right, let me change this back to a normal chart. There we go. All right, so that's Altria. I do like Altria. I didn't get any today because I bought other stuff today. Now, today was a very rare day. I had more stocks to look at than I had money to spend. Well, it happens. All right, let's go up to some more questions. What was the X date? Technique. I have no idea what you're talking about on X date. Now, you got to take one thing into consideration. Can you do one on futures, please? Okay, Shop Royal, I don't do futures. Okay, the only thing I do here is dividend stock investing with covered calls. So that's stocks and stock options. I only teach one trading strategy for free. Okay, and the trading strategy I teach you for free is the simplest, easiest, safest, and it can get you 1% a week, which is over 50% per year. I don't know of anyone, if anybody knows of anyone giving away this kind of information for free, hey, I'd like to take a look at it because I'm always interested in things like this. But no, I'm teaching you for free how to invest simply, safely, predictably, consistently, no way to lose if you do it right. Okay, but there are risks. There's always risks. Nothing's ever guaranteed except for death and taxes. And so I don't do futures. Sorry. Technique. You really got to be more specific. What do you mean, or what was your X date? I have no idea what that means. I mean, I know what each word means, but in the context in which you're asking the questions, I need more specific because I got 7 cameras going. Okay, I got Instagram. Someone just, Dennis, what's happening? Dennis just signing in over there. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, you got it. So I got 7 cameras going, which means I'm broadcasting to 6 or 7 different platforms. So I got questions coming in from every direction. Oh my goodness. Subsong. Okay. Yep. Working on it. Got it. Good. All right, Dennis. Hi. How you doing? So when you ask me a question, all right, you got to ask it all at once so that I can understand it completely. And if you can't get it all at once, we'll do a bunch of them right in a row so I can read them all in a row. Because if you do a question here, and 20 people put in a question after you, and then I can't get all the... I try to get to every single question, really. Seriously, I do. Okay, every question someone puts up, I try to get to it. Mr. Taylor, how are you doing today? But I can't get to them all as you do them. It might take me a few minutes, but I do get to all the questions. So let's keep going. What do we got? Neil, when you do a rollover, do you use the original strike price or a new? Oh, no. Okay. Now, when you're rolling over, it's very important to always remember where you jumped in on the merry-go-round. You can call it a merry-go-round, you can call it a revolving door, you can call it the rat race, you can call it a zoo, you can call it whatever you want. Okay, it's the stock market. Wherever you buy your stock, whatever number that is, that's never going to change unless you dollar cost average down, which means buying something lower to get your price lower. But if you're rolling it from one week into a next, you're always going by the original price because the original price you bought it for is what you own the stocks for. So if the stock goes down and you lower your strike price, well, make sure you keep an eye on it because eventually that stock is going to hit the bottom, turn around, come back up again. Because that's all they do. They go down, they go up. They go down, they go up. They go down, they go up. That's all they do. The idea is to keep an eye on it, get a good feel for what other investors just like you, because we all have different investment plans. My plan is not going to be the same as yours. Why did you block me on Grindr after you left the other? Kiddo, I have no idea what you're talking about. I definitely do Grindr. But I appreciate I'm going to take it as a compliment. I'm going to leave it at that. All right. Yeah, so always stick with the price you got, because whatever price you got in at is the price you got in at, and that doesn't change unless you dollar cost average down. Drazik, holy cow, dude, I haven't seen you in weeks. I hope everything's okay over there. I don't even know where over there is, but I hope everything's okay. You used to be here every night, but I don't know what happened. All right, keep on going, keep on going. William, do you ever use Think or Swim? I've heard good things about them. I personally haven't checked them out. Ooh, William, see what you see behind you right here? This is Think or Swim. Okay, I've been using Think or Swim for 20 years. I first found it when Tom Sosnoff had it. He's the one who created it. Okay, he sold it for an ungodly amount of money to TD Ameritrade. TD Ameritrade got bought out by Chucky. Now Chucky owns it. So it now belongs to Charles Schwab, which you can download it for free and use it for a while, but you do have to call them, ask them if you can use it, and then eventually, if you like it, slowly move your money over to Charles Schwab. They're all basically the exact same, where you buy and you sell your stocks. However, I wrote a book about 15 years ago and I looked at about 25 or 35 trading platforms. I was looking for a specific trade, and the only one who had it was Think or Swim. It's called a trigger trade. I'm not going to go over it here because it's not really what we're talking about. Okay. I have done that trading contract of ES futures. Okay, good for you. I don't do ES futures. What are you drinking? I am drinking ginger tea with honey in my coffee cup. It's good for my throat. I have postnasal drip syndrome, so if you were here a couple months ago, I'd be coughing all the time, but this seems to have stopped it. And the other one, just water with honey. Soothes the throat, because I'm not used to talking so much. All right. How do you set up the view in Schwab like you have on screen? It's not in Schwab. It is in Think or Swim. You actually have to download the Think or Swim app onto your computer or your laptop. Every Saturday and Sunday, they upgrade it. Okay, they do whatever adjustments they got to do to every Saturday and Sunday. So I have to sign out and sign in every single week. I got it on. I just got on. Did you buy anything today? Marwan, yes, I did. I bought a whole bunch of stuff today. I don't quite remember. All right, well, we'll keep on talking about it. Jared, what's your best books to read first? I saw some on Kindle. Well, the very first one is the simplest and easiest. Okay, it has to do with dividend capturing, how dividend capturing was first originated, and what are the reasons for dividend capturing. Now, dividend capturing originally started out, I believe it was in the 1600s, where when the first stock came out, I think it was in 1602, that was the VOC, which is the Dutch East India Shipping Company. Now, they created their company by specifically going door to door selling shares of the company with the promise to share in the profits in the form of a dividend. That's where it all started. Actually, it was the late 1500s, but they finally got the first shares sold in 1602. So the promise was to share the profits, and they did. They paid an average of 18% for 198 years. Can you imagine that? 198 years of consistent profits? Oh, 18%. The highest, I believe, was 78%, and the lowest was 0, but it averaged out to 18% per year. All right, so The first one, probably the easiest one, how to get 10 to 20 checks per month like clockwork, basically tells you how to use dividend stocks and do what's called a dividend capturing. So you grab the dividend, sell the stock, blah, blah, blah. What would be the best trading platform for noobs? Or would one be fine starting out? I honestly couldn't tell you which was the best one because I haven't looked at a new trading platform, I would say, in 15 years. Okay? I did E-Trade, I did Just a Trade, I did, I did Charles Schwab, I did TD Ameritrade, I did, there was another one I did. They folded a long time ago. Now, when I first started trading, it was $125 per turn. That means anytime you wanted to buy a stock, the commission was 125 bucks. Well, nowadays it's like $5 or $6. Some companies even give you free commissions, like Robinhood or Webull or Acorn. They can trade free, and then you only have to pay transaction fees to the networks, whatever you want to call them. All right. So anyway, let's keep on going. How much money do I need to start with? Now, Stump and Craft Dart. Okay. My grandson started out with 50 bucks. Okay. So it's relatively easy, and it depends on where you want to get started. Okay. If you have a small amount, fine. Just do something. Because no matter what happens, eventually you are going to have to retire. You're either going to, one of three. Okay, there's only 3 ways to retire. One is to age out. That's when the federal government says you're too old to work. Number 2, you walk out, which means you have enough money in your account coming in safely, predictably, and you say, you can take this job and shove. Okay, wait a minute. Currently using Wealth Simple, never heard of it, for long-term dollar cost averaging. Okay, hold on. Let me get that question again. Okay, I kick your gnome. Okay, interesting. Currently using Wealth Simple for long-term cost averaging dividend compounding. That would be fine to stick with, in your opinion. I've never heard of it, so I honestly can't say whether it's good or bad. That's my total honest opinion. I've never heard of it. Okay? Now, I come from an age, okay, I'm in Gen Xer, which means we really don't give a rat's ass what people think. Seriously, we don't. Okay? We prefer to be left alone, left to our own devices. You can drop me off in the woods. I'll be perfectly fine. Seriously. But here's the thing. If you find something that works and you're happy with it, just stick with it. It's that simple. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it works and you're happy with it, stick with it. Okay? Now, I looked at a lot of things. Okay, I honestly haven't looked at the one you're talking about, so I can't speak on that one. Now, I found something in 2008. Now, I said I've been trading for 20 years, okay, 2 decades. My first 5 years weren't that glamorous, okay? Made a lot, lost a lot. It wasn't until my 9-year-old daughter in 2008 jumped on my lap and said, Daddy, can you teach me what you're doing? Well, it had to be simple, safe, predictable, consistent. Wait a minute. So there's a lot of people here, and a lot of you have not seen this. So just for the fun of it, let's go and let's show it to everybody. That way they get a good idea of what I'm talking about. So go to the 10-Minute Trader on YouTube. Go to the oldest videos.
Hi, I'm JC, and you being part of my internet website called Thingy, which my dad doesn't let me calling it that, but I do. Being part of that, you're going to be getting weekly lists of stocks that I'll be trading, and every month you'll be getting 4 lists of stocks that you can choose from that'll help you get the best return on your money.
So that's me. That was the princess. Wait, there's something coming up you're gonna like. It's funny as hell.
There's a different company paying out dividends.
It never gets old. I laugh at it every time I see it. Look how much hair I had back then. Look at the color. Oh, nice deep dark brown. I get that salt and pepper crap going nowadays. Some people call it, I don't know, what do they call it? Whatever. Anyway, So that was my daughter. That's who I created it for. Now that video was taken over 12, 13 years ago when we first started videotaping. Now I first showed her in 2008. Okay, so the picture you saw her in, she was 11. So that was like 3 years later. 9, 10, 11, 9, 10, 11, 2 years later. So yeah, here I am dealing with money. I'm counting on my fingers. So, but that being said, I created it for her. So when she jumped on my lap, say, "Daddy, teach me what you're doing." Okay, I had to come up with something that she could never lose at because I didn't want to hear her cry. If she cried, I'd feel terrible. And then Mama would get involved, and then I'm sleeping on the couch in the doghouse or outside in the tent. Yeah, no thanks. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way for her to lose. So I came up with 5 very strict rules. Rule number 1. Never buy something you don't understand. Make sure when you buy it, you want to hold on to it for as long as you possibly can until it hits your target price. Rule number 2, never sell at a loss. Rule number 3, make sure the company is consistently profitable. Me personally, I like 20 years of increased dividends. Dividend is a portion of the profits. If the profits keep increasing, the dividends keep increasing. If the dividends don't increase, that means the profits don't increase. It's actually that simple. I can bypass reading all the reports. I don't have to read the quarterly reports. I don't have to read the annual reports. I don't have to look at the earnings reports. No, if they keep increasing the dividends, then they're consistently profitable. It's called cheating. I'm a lazy trader. What can I say? Rule number 4, make sure there's weekly options. I want weekly cash flow. Okay, I grew up in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. I went to work 8 o'clock in the morning. On Friday afternoon at 4:30, 5 o'clock, I got paid. Same thing here. Okay, a little bit different because the stock market opens up at 9:30. I do jump on at 9 with my morning trading group, and we all collectively take a look at all the good stocks that are up for consideration for the week. That happened today. We jumped on at 9. We got off, I think it was 11:15. Okay, it was a nice session. A lot of trades were made. Cool. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're just going to be looking at the positions that we bought to make sure everything evens out. And then on Friday, we want to jump in and make sure that we're going to go into next week profitable and hopefully no losses whatsoever. That's our mantra. No losses. All right, anyway. I forget where I was going. Let's just keep on going. Now Schwab, yep, thank you. How do you know what a good target price is? Ooh, shiny XXXY. Oh, Shinzi? I have no idea how do you pronounce that. Okay, Trevor disagrees. Leverage to increase dividends. Disagree. Leverage to increase dividends. I'm not quite sure what you mean on that, Trev, but I'd love to hear your opinion. Seriously, I would. I love it when people disagree with me because it means I'm about to learn something. Any thoughts on EL, Estee Lauder, for selling a call? Evelyn, I actually have some Estee Lauder. I just bought it the other day. We'll take a look at Estee Lauder in a minute. But Trevor, if you're still there, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Seriously, I would. What do I know? Okay, how do you know what a good target price is? Now, that's an interesting question. Well, let's take a look at Altria for a second, because this is the current one that's up on the chart. We'll take a look. Now, when I say, first thing I want to take a look at, every time I look at any stock, is the 1-year chart. I don't even want to look at the numbers. I just want to look at the chart. What's the first thing you see? Well, I'm looking for 5 things specifically. 1, the high. 2, the low. 3, where was it a year ago? 4, where is it now? 5, where's it going? Sideways, up, down. Simple. I could get a 5th grader or a 3rd grader. Say, where's the high? Right there. Where's the low? Right there. Where was it a year ago? Over there. Where is it now? Right here. Okay? Doesn't take brain surgery to figure out what it's doing. What do you think about private credit traded funds? Look at no, no, and no. Sorry. So that's the first 5 things I want to see on the 1-year chart. Because I don't want to buy it at the high, which it's not. See, the high's up here, it's right here. And I don't want to buy it at the bottom, which is way down here. So the current price is right there, somewhere in between. Great. Next, I want to take a look at the numbers. What am I buying it for? Well, first number I'm looking at, what is the close of the day? Well, the closing price today was $50.25. All right. The bid, $50.25. The ask, $50.35. Well, if I'm buying it tomorrow morning, I'm paying $50.35. So the question is not what is a good target price, because this is what the price is at this moment in time. The question you should be asking is, do I like it at this price? That's the price. That's the question you should be asking. Okay? Or if you really want to be picky about your price, though, I don't really like it at 50. I like it at 49.75. And then you can sit around and watch your computer until it hits 49.75. You could. Me, I don't want to waste my time. My most valuable commodity in my life at this moment is my time. Am I okay with buying it at 50.35? Well, I don't know. Let's continue. But that's the price right there. Next, what am I going to sell it for? Well, if I'm buying it at 50.35, I want to sell it at the closest strike price. Now we're talking about stock options. Okay, here's the options right here. 48, 48.50, 49, 49.50, 50. And once you get to 50, it goes to $1 increments. It goes 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. Under 50, it is 50-cent increments. Okay, so if I'm buying it here, 50.35, I want to sell the rights. I want to sell the rights at 50. So basically, I'm buying it at 50.35 and I'm selling it for 50. But aren't I losing 35 cents? Yes and no. I'm losing 35 cents on the stock price. But look what I'm picking up on the option price, 88 cents a share. Well, 88 cents a share, if I deduct the 35 cents off of it, well, now I'm walking away with 53 cents a share. Now, 53 cents a share may not sound like a lot of money to you, but it is over 1%. A $50 stock, 1% on a $50 stock is 50 cents. So if I'm collecting 53 cents after I deduct the 35, walking away at 53, that's over 1%. 1% a week is over 50% per year. Great, that works. Now, do I really care where it opens up after that? No. I just want to make sure the numbers work. But before I agree to buy it, I want to check the chart and see if what the chart is telling me. Because the chart is telling you a lot, depending if you know how to look at it. Well, the first thing we looked at is the high, the low, where was it, where is it, and the direction that it is going. That's the first thing we saw. That's the 1-year chart. Well, next I want to take a look at the 90-day chart. That's 3 months, okay? High, low, where was it, where is it, what's the direction? Up, down. Okay, or you can go up, down, sideways if you like, but stocks don't move sideways. They go up and down. Okay, great. Now I want to take a look at the 30-day chart. I'm looking for patterns. Look, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So let's go to the 30-day chart. Now, the thing I like best about the 30-day chart is it gives me a good idea of where it might be in the next 5 days. Well, what do you mean? Well, here's the first 5 days. Okay, it went down. The next 5 days, sideways. The next 5 days, sideways. The next 5 days, up. Well, what's going to go here? Well, the 30-day high is here. The 30-day bottom is here. So what's the mentality of a trader? People want to make money. So stocks go up. Great, I want to take my profits. Everybody keeps taking profits. Well, the stock's going to drop. What happens when the stock drops? People saying, wait a second, Altria at 48? Hell yeah, I'm going to buy some. So we buy some, and then she starts going back up again. And then it does the same thing over again. It's going to get to a certain point where the people who bought it here at 48.90 and 49 and 49.20 saying, wait a second. And once it gets to 51.20, well, I'm going to take some profits. because it's not a profit until you take it. And nobody ever went broke taking profits. So if that's true, well, hypothetically speaking, it should go up. So that's how I find a good target price. I don't sit around and wait for it to come to me. No, I got better things to do in my life. Do I like it at this price? Especially if everything goes in its favor. Well, 30-day high, 30-day bottom, now it's going up. Seasonality, the same thing. Seasonality has it going sideways and then to the upside. I like having everything, or as much as I possibly can, the odds and probabilities in my favor. That being said, let's look at something else. Leverage to increase dividend. Okay, so Trevor, I really like to hear what you got to say, because leverage to increase dividends. I'm kind of clueless. What do you mean by that? Do you sell? Do you sell in the money or at the money calls? Thoughts on LAC? I don't know who LAC is. Hold on a second. So, do I sell in the money or at the money calls? Okay, Obelix Boar Hunter. Okay, Obelix Boar Hunter. When you're asking, do I sell at the money, in the money, or out of the money, some people don't know what that means. Do you see where the line is between the purple and the black? Okay, black down here, purple up here. Okay, right there where they meet, that is called at the money. Okay, so currently 53.35 at the money is right here. Out of the money is 51, 52, 53, 54. No money there. Okay, but in the money is 49.50, 49, 48.50, 48, so on and so forth, going further in the money. Okay, so it's all going to depend on the numbers. So at this moment in time, the 50.35, the 51s are going from 42 cents to 50 cents, not quite 1%. But the 50s are going for 88, but I'm losing 35, subtract that out, now I'm walking away with 53, which is in the money. Altria earnings October, it seems to drop after the last 6 months of earnings, blah, blah, blah. Hold on. I can see what this guy, satisfying slime time. Altria earnings is October 31st. Okay, it seems to drop after the last 6 earnings. So, should I expect it to drop the day the call option expires? That's a good question. Now, I don't really pay much attention to earnings. I've seen positive earnings where stocks go down. I've seen negative earnings where stocks go up. I've come to the conclusion after all my years of trading, I don't pay attention to earnings. They're just a waste of my time. But that's me. Okay? You have to figure out what's right for you. All right? So I don't pay attention to earnings. Okay? Last week, we saw Harley Davidson beat earnings. They get better than they thought they were going to get. However, the stock dropped. Try to make that make sense. It doesn't. Okay. Hopefully that answers that question. Okay. Oh, it all comes to the numbers. So what do I charge? What do I do? Out of the money or in the money? I prefer in the money because right now the stock's at 50.35. If I buy it at 50.35, I sell off the 50s. Well, the stock's already in the money. It doesn't have to do anything. If I sell the 51s, well, now the stock has to move up. I would prefer the 50s rather than the 51s. A lower rate of return, but it's a safer bet. And I like safety. Okay, thoughts on LAC? I have no idea who LAC is. Okay, so Chris Miller. If I say I have no idea who they are, it's going to mean it means no. Okay, LAC, Lithium Amers Corporation. Okay, don't know anything about it. Let's go to Yahoo Finance and find out LAC, how they are with their dividends. Okay, historical performance, or historical data, dividends only. All right, see what it says right here? There are no dividends in the selected time period. No dividends, no thank you. So that answers your question. See, never heard of it? That's probably why. Trevor, a company can increase dividends every week at the expense of debts. You're absolutely correct. Not your business. Can you answer me? Well, you got to ask me a question first. Okay, now, as I told you, not your business. I have 7 cameras running, which means I have 7 sets of questions. Questions over here, questions over here, questions over here, questions over here, questions down here. I do try to get to every single question. Okay, the only question I got from you is, can you answer me? All right, so I'm going to answer you right now. Yes, I can answer you. Now ask a question. Okay, Trevor. So, not necessarily it means they are more profitable. Okay, Trevor, I'm going to agree with you. Compare WAB to VF Corp. Great example, William. Okay. William, Trevor, WBA is a great example, paying a 10% dividend and hemorrhaging. Okay, it is a great example. Okay, WAB, Walgreens, okay, is having issues. Why are they having issues? Is it a corporation scenario, or is it a scenario where the current administration refuses to prosecute theft? And you have Walgreens, okay, on the outskirts of all the big cities. So where's most of the crime going on? And if they refuse to crack down on crime and people keep walking in and walking out with some products without paying for them, yeah, so Walgreens decided to cut off the bleed, which means they're cutting out 25% of all their stores. Okay, now Walgreens has been in business for 170 years. They're not going anywhere anytime soon. They have over 8,000 stores worldwide. They have consumable products in over 22,000 stores worldwide. Walgreens ain't going anywhere. They're just trying to figure out, how do you deal with the mess the current administration has created? Because 4 years ago, they maybe weren't in the mess that they're currently in. And there's a lot of things happening behind the scenes that we don't know about. Anyway, so it is what it is. Okay, so we're going to take a look at WAB, which is Walgreens. Now, just to let you know, I do have some Walgreens in a bunch of different accounts, but let's take a look at the numbers. Here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. She goes up, down, at 9.46 at the current moment in time. The 950s are going for 16 cents a share. I don't know about you, but that's over 1.5% for the week. But the main question is, do you like Walgreens? Are you okay with what the current CEO has planned for Walgreens? Because they do have a plan. They are cutting out 25% of the stores. Basically, those are the ones that are losing money. And then they're moving a lot of their business online, and then they're spreading their wealth elsewhere. Do you recommend USB? Okay, Mark, I don't recommend anything. Okay, I will look at stuff and give you my interpretation. I don't make any recommendations whatsoever. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm buying, but I don't ever tell anybody what to buy. All right, so here's Walgreens. I do own Walgreens. So the highs here, bottoms here. Currently 9.46, the 950 is going for 16. That's over 1.5%. A year ago, Walgreens was at 21.11, topped out at 21.96. That was in December. Here's the bottom right here, September 25th, and that was 8.22. Okay, so 8.22 was the bottom. She went up, pulled back, up, pulled back. Now we have a new bottom right here. Not a 30-day bottom, but yet it is still a bottom. Okay, top is here. Profit taken leads us right to here on the 25th, which was Friday, and the low was 9.25. So today was higher than Friday. That's 1 day to the upside. I personally like 2 days to the upside. You guys can pick whatever bottom you want. You can buy it at a bottom, but then you run the risk of tomorrow being lower. I like 2 days to the upside. Okay, so now I'm not going to buy any more because I'm already in it at 11.54. Okay, which is not even on this chart. But I am selling the 950s, which are right here, which is giving me a nice premium every single week. Now, I watch it twice a day, once in the morning with my private trading group and once at night with you guys. So I have a good feel for where it's going to be. Do I watch it all day long? Nope. I'm on for about an hour in the morning. Well, actually, this morning we were on from 9 a.m. until about 11:15 because guys had a lot of questions, had a whole shitload of trades to do this morning. But that being said, after that, I don't look at it at all until tonight. I didn't turn on my computer until 9:02. So I have no idea what the stocks closed at today. because it's of no concern to me because I've been doing it for so long and I keep a good eye on it every single day. All right, let's keep on keeping on. Julian, wait a second. Trevor wants to compare Walgreens with VF Corporation. VF, high, low, where was it? Where is it? What's the direction? Up, down, currently at 20.98. The 21s are going for 9 cents to 11 cents. That is going to be a hell no. That's a no for me because the numbers just don't work. It's not even worth looking at it. Okay? I don't care where it is here because if I bought it and I tried to sell it and make a profit off of it, I can't. I'm only getting 0.5%. There are too many other good companies that will give me 1% or more. That's all I'm looking for, 1% a week. Okay, so Julie, you want to look at Heinz Ketchup, KHC. KHC, just to let you know, usually has terrible premiums. 35.35 to 35.50s. Ooh, that'll work. All right, so the numbers work. All right, so let's take a look at the chart. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Up, down, sideways. 35.35 to 35.50 is going for 50 cents a share. So what does that mean? It means I can get 50 cents a share. If it hits 35.50 by Friday, I also get to collect another 15 cents, the difference between the purchase price and the strike price. Or I could do the 35s and collect 74 cents a share. Okay, you deduct the 35 out of this, and you're walking away with 39 cents. Well, that's 1%. It's a safer trade. Okay, the 35 is a safer trade, but the 35.50 pays more. But there's your trade-off. Do I want a safer trade, get 1%, or do I want a less safe trade and get 1.5%? Now I know 0.5% doesn't really mean a whole heck of a lot, but 0.5% every single week is 26% for the year. Well, that's a big deal to make. All right, so let's take a gander. A year ago was the bottom, 31.04. We topped out at 38.92. Okay, hit another bottom at 31. Go look at this channel. That's a nice channel. Okay, here's your top right around 36.20. Here's your bottom right around 34.50. Okay, so how many trades we get there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 trades in the last 3 months. If you're channeling, if you know how to channel. All right, that's not what we're talking about though. But it shows predictability and movement. Down, up. Or you can do it this way. Profit taken, accumulation, profit taken, accumulation, profit taken, accumulations, up, down. It's all the same. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Same thing. All right, last 30 days. That kind of zooms in a little bit closer, right? Down, up, down. Now she's going up again. Now, like I said, I like 2 days the upside. Friday was a bottom. Today was a little higher. So if tomorrow is yet higher again, for me, now this is just for me, that is a perfect invitation. Because KHC, which is Kraft Heinz, they make Heinz 57 sauce, Heinz ketchup, Kraft macaroni and cheese. They make a lot of shit. They really do. But here's the thing. Always, always, always. Question number 1. Do I like Kraft Heinz? And do I like it at this current price? Does it make sense to me to do it at this current price? Now, am I willing to hold on to it as long as I have to in order to turn a profit? Well, it's either yes or a no. Okay, down, up, down, up. Let's take a look at the seasonality chart to get an idea of where it usually goes. What's poppin', Cordy? How you doing? Seasonally speaking, what does it normally do this time of year? Well, nothing to brag about. Okay, so here we are right here. It looks Good, thanks, Corey. It looks as if she's going to dip for the rest of this week. Then she's going to shoot up a little bit. Okay, can you get your 1% out of it? Can I buy it currently, get my 1%, move on, and then find something else? Well, it is what it is. Because right now, the 35.35, the 35s are giving me 74 cents. That's over 1%. Why not put in a buy price limit at 49.70? William, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. Okay? I mean, you can do it any way you want. As a matter of fact, let's do one right now. Okay, so this is Heinz. I want to change this to covered stock. It's currently at 35.35, so let's do the 35 right there. Okay, let's do just 100 shares so we don't freak anybody out with the numbers. And now we can change this to a limit order. See, right now, the limit order price is 34.38. All right, well, I can change it to just plain 34.20. Whatever. Okay? Hit a limit order, and I can hit a good till cancel order. Now, it already has the premium for the stock option already added in. So I hit confirm and send. Here's what it looks like. Buy one covered call, KHC, that's Kraft Heinz, the 100s, which are the weeklies, 1 November 24, which is this coming Friday, 4 days away. The $35 call option against KHC, which is the Kraft Heinz, at $34.20 limit order, good to cancel to open. Okay, well, here's my profit, $80 per share. My break even is $34.20. Well, the stock is currently at $35.35, so anything over $34.20 is going to be a profit. Cool. All right, so if $80 is my profit, okay, and I'm investing $3,420, that gives me a grand total of 2.33%. Okay, here's my max profit right there, $80. Cost of trade, including commissions, $3,420. So it's actually 2.33% for 1 week. But here's the thing. What happens if the stock never gets close to 34.20? Well, then I miss out on that trade. Now let me see if I do it just at the market market order. Okay, market order. Okay, a market order. Well, look at this. A market order, I'm only getting $62 per contract. All right, well, let's do that. Clear. $62 per contract divided by 34.38. That's the cost of the trade. So now I'm making 1.8%. Okay, so here's the rub. What does that mean? Well, you have the pros and your cons. Okay, if I do a market order, it gets filled instantaneously. I get the money in my account right away. And it's over 1.8%. That works for me. The other way, if I do a limit order and choose what price I want, well, it may never hit it. So that could be a missed opportunity. Okay, so the question you need to ask yourself is, what is my risk? What is my reward? Do I really want to wait and quibble about a few pennies? Okay, now it could make a big difference, but right at the moment, 1.8 as compared to 2.33. That's a question that only you can answer. Me, I honestly don't care. All right, I'm at the point I want quick, simple, easy, consistent, predictable, and no way to lose. I like covered calls because I am covered no matter what happens. That's where they get the name covered calls from. All right? So me personally, I wouldn't do it. If you want to do it, hey, you'll save a little bit of money and you'll make more money than me. But guess what? I'll have more time available than you will. Anyway, it's all a trade-off no matter which way you look at it. Let's get out of there. Let's get out of there. Let's get out of there. Let's get out of here. Let's get back to here. Okay. So, William, yep. limit every single buy. Not your business. Okay, so not your business. I got no problem with that whatsoever. You know, a lot of people will do limit orders, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's a great idea. Me, when I'm jumping in, okay, when I'm first buying, it's market order all the time because the stock and the option are tied together, and I know what I'm making right away. Limit orders, I don't want to wait around, but that's me. I love dividend paying future strategy and a cash neutral option strategy where dividends paid. Trevor, I can't agree with you more. I love that idea. Uh-oh, missed some questions. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. All right, here we go. Not your business, I always do as well. Nothing wrong with that. On. Down. Trevor, what happens to the candlesticks during earnings seasons? What happened to the candlestick during? I have no idea. All right, thank you so much. That was a fantastic explanation. I love your stream. Thank you, Shiny X. Not your business. Okay, so if I have 60 shares of NVIDIA, all profit, should I take more pure profit? I can't answer that question for you. Okay, now the reason why I say I can't answer that question for you, several reasons. One, I know absolutely nothing about you. Seriously, I don't. Okay, you typed a few things on the screen. Great. I've never talked to you. I have no idea what your risk factors are. I have no idea what your goals are. I have no idea of anything. So no, I don't give any advice to anyone. But I can tell you, it ain't a profit until you take it. All right, not your business. I personally let it ride. 1,000 shares would be different. Yep. Okay, Bama Redneck. Hey, Bama Redneck, what's happening? Trevor. So you mainly look at the head and shoulders for seasonality. No, I don't. Okay, Trevor, you're see if I can say this in a diplomatic way in which you'll understand without getting too offended, because you're going to get offended, all right? If you want to go head to head on intelligence and have conversations about all the shit about trading, great. I've been trading for 20 years. I don't have a problem with it, okay? But seriously, this strategy here, what I'm sharing for free with everybody here, was created for a 9-year-old. When I say it has to be simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way for my 9-year-old daughter to lose, okay? Once you want to talk about the Black-Scholes pricing method for stock options, the Greeks, the theta decay, the delta, the implied volatility. You want all that shit? Great, fine, bring it on. But it's still created for a 9-year-old. Adults, such as yourself, have a tendency to make this more complicated than it really needs to be. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent, no way to lose. You want to take a look at my record? Fine, let's pull it up. Take a look right here at my splash page. I share 3 accounts. Okay, I have 6. I only share 3 of them. Let's go all the way back to January. Okay, January, the first week of January, right here. Every single one of my trades is logged. You can actually check for yourself. CVS, Ford, General Motors, Macy's. Okay, very first week I made 2.12. Second week, 1.3. Ford, Lowe's, Clorox, General Motors, Ford, Macy's. Okay, week number 3. I made 0.85%. Do I make 1% every week? No, I don't hide. I actually show you exactly what I do. So, week number 3. Clorox, General Motors, Capital One Finance, Ford, Macy's. Okay, week 4, 0.9%, 1.03, 1.06, 1.9, 2.03, 2.32, 4.63, 3.9, 0.9. 1.2, so on, so forth, over and over. Every single trade I've made so far this year is logged online. Account number 1 is up to, where are we, right here, is up over 82% since the beginning of the year, using this simple strategy without making it more complex than it needs to be. Okay, now, I've made 82% in this account here. I've already taken out 41,000 and it's currently at 165. Account number 2. It's already up over 70%. Account number 3, which only started in July, is up over 40%. Okay, I don't hide anything. I show everything. When I say simple, safe, predictable, consistent, that's what it is. Please stop making it more complicated than it needs to be. There are more beginners here than there are experienced traders. Okay, you want to talk experience trade? Fine. Pay for my time, pay for my knowledge. Other than that, try to keep it simple, please. Thank you. 80s music, Ford. We'll take a look at that in a minute. I got a question over here. Satisfying selling time. In addition to your options, do you also have a long-term dividend-paying stock in different portfolio? Nope. The longest I've ever held anything is 9 months, and I didn't hold it because I wanted to. I held it because it went down. Remember rule number 2, never sell at a loss? Well, I held it for 9 months. In that 9 months, I collected 3 dividends and over 33 premiums. I made a nice little profit off of that, even though it did drop, floated around the bottom for a long time, came back up, and I sold it. Okay. All right, Ford beat earnings today, but lowered guidance. F went down. Yeah, of course it did. The reason why Ford went down, let's take a look. Now, I've been following Ford for the past couple of years. And recently was not the time to buy Ford. Reason being, check it out. Here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look what happened. It went up, sideways, spiked, dropped, sideways. Now she's right here. Okay? So let's zoom on into the last 30 days. The last 30 days... Here we go. Now, ask yourself a question. Uh-oh, low battery. I got to plug in. Plug in, plug in. Plug in before phone dies. All right. All right. So, take a look at the last 30 days. This is not a time for buying Ford, in my humble opinion. Okay, 30 days ago, we're at 1080. We dropped down to 1032. And then look at the run-up. Doesn't that look pretty? Great. You want to buy it? Fine. Be my guest. However, I won't buy anything at a high. I don't care who it is. Okay? I'm not here to pick highs. I don't buy at a high waiting for it to get higher. It's like standing on a ladder waiting for someone to bring you a taller ladder. It just doesn't make sense. Okay? Wait for it to come down. When it's at the bottom, wait for it to turn around to go back up again. Remember rule number 1, never pick a stock you don't understand. Well, I understand Ford. I also understand it's not the time to buy Ford. For me, it may be different for you. Let's keep progressing. William doesn't, okay, maybe after it split again, okay. Not your business, yes. Ford, yes, we just looked at it. Not your business, what about Walmart? Ooh. WB is restructuring, absolutely, thank you there. Walmart or MAGA? What the hell does that mean? Walmart or MAGA? Okay, whatever. Every good company restructures. Yep. How do you sync your trade in the chart set up? Each side when you type in a stock. Oh, Mickey, that's easy. All right. Come up to right here. There's a little box right there next to where you put your symbol in, and that's a symbol link. Okay? Just pick a link, whatever color you want. I'm using red, which is number 1. And you come over here and you'll link the same one, and then you'll link the same one up here with the watch list. So I can look for the watch list and have it connected to the watch. Where's my watch list? Okay, I can go from the watch list, which goes right to the trade, right to the chart. Okay, let's get out of here. I don't need the watch list. Closing 1,200 stores should help. Yep. What about BP? Ooh, I like British Petroleum. Let's take a look at British Petroleum. Okay, British Petroleum. First thing, always, always, always. High, low, was, is. What's the direction? Easy. Up, down, up, down. Okay, look at where she is right now. It doesn't look like it's a good place to buy at this moment in time. Thank you, Mickey. Let's take a look at the last 30 days. Okay, check that out. That should paint a wonderful picture for you. Look, 30 days ago, we're at 30.80, jumps up to 33.25, gaps down once, gaps down twice, gaps down 3 times within a 30-day period. Gaps have a tendency to fill. So eventually, this gap will fill. Okay, this gap already filled. This gap is going to fill next, but it's not going to fill until a bottom is found. Okay, right here. Okay, our 30-day bottom was 2 weeks ago. Okay, when it hits a new 30-day bottom, I like 2 days to the upside. So I'm actually going to write British Petroleum, for this week. because I want to see where the bottom is and then calculate whether or not it's going to be a good trade. Because right now, 31 is going for 62, which is almost 2%. But I'm not going to get baited into this one, even though the premium is good. It's a good premium, but I don't know if this is the bottom because it could go lower tomorrow. It can go lower Wednesday. It can go lower Thursday. It can go lower Friday. I want to find the bottom first, wait for it to turn around, and go back up again. That's where I want to jump in. You make most of your money in the stock market buying low, selling high. Not buying high and waiting for it to go higher. Yeah, I don't play that game. How can I stop being emotional about trading? Let your wife do it. Terribly sorry, dude. Okay? It's a known fact that women are better traders than guys. They're not as emotionally attached they're not emotionally attached to being right. Okay? Guys have a terrible time admitting that they were wrong. You were wrong, fine. Walk away, find something else. Okay, that was British Petroleum, William, 1,200 non-profitable stores. The closing, got it. Andrea, can you do an example how to calculate the percentage? Okay, I will on the next good company I come up with. User 119150, I'm going to call you Charlie. I'm a woman. Oh my goodness. Give it, all right, hold on a second. How can you not be, that's a tough one. I would say give it to your husband. But no, women actually do make better traders, for some strange reason. But how can you not be emotional about it? Here's a good way of thinking of it. You ready? Might be a little disturbing, okay? Have you ever seen a hearse go by with a U-Haul attached to it? Probably no, because no matter what happens, right, wrong, indifferent, you ain't taking any of it with you. So it's really irrelevant whether you're right or wrong. Okay? Play by the numbers. It's simple. Just get a, what do you call it? What time are you on in the morning? The stock market opens at 9:30, so I'm on at 9, because we want to take a look at the previous day before the market opens. We want to take a look at what's coming up next. So as soon as the market opens, we want to take a look and see if there's anything we need to do. Now, Mondays and Fridays are the busiest days, because Mondays when we buy all our stocks. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday is a lot of questions and answers and just balancing out. Okay. NNE. Never heard of it. So if I've never heard of it, more than likely it's going to be a no. But let's take a look, because it does have weekly options. Okay. Uh-oh. NNE. NNE. In Yahoo Finance, NNE has no dividends. It's going to be a no. That's a no. Sorry, dude. I don't do companies that don't have dividends. Okay, just tell me your top 5 dividend stocks. What are you buying? For how long on Mondays and Fridays? Just trying to make sure I have the time. Well, Laura, Monday, today, we were on at 9 a.m. and we didn't finish until 11:15. Okay, most of the trading is done in the first 45 minutes. It's after, Silver Wolf, how you doing? It's after the 45 minutes we have a lot of questions and answers, because a lot of people are busy. Okay, a lot of the people that are on the morning trading group are busy and they do have to work. So they get on, they do the trades, they see everything, they ask their questions, and they jump off. Simple. But they all are recorded so you can watch them afterwards if you need to. Please, how you buy the stock and sell the option. Paul, we're going to get to that in a second. Intel earnings week, Intel, oh, I missed all these questions. All right, hold on. Let's keep on going. Let's keep on going. How long have I been trading? Good question. Ford, Walgreens lost money. Yep, NNE. Okay, here we are, right here. Not your business. Okay, tell me a top 5. Well, my top 5 this year, Macy's, Nordstrom's, Kohl's, Ford, General Motors. Work full-time, 40 hours a week. Can I still trade options? Yes, you can. You can do, see, when I first started trading, I used to work. I just retired in November. So I used to work also. I do all my trades before the market opened, before I went to work. I did what's called a trigger trade, which basically set it, forget it, and it will let me know what it filled at by the end of the day. Okay, that's why I like Thinkorswim. It's the only company that had a trigger trade. All right, if you need to ask a question on that, that's a total different subject. Walgreens lost money. Well, did they lose money or were they robbed? Huge different question. Okay, 80s music, we already did Fort Andrea. James, I did a call on Walgreens 950 today. Cool beans. Big Red 1. How long have I been trading? Over 20 years. Okay, I'm okay with going to bed. Just wanted to see you were buying the top 5 stocks. No, those are my top 5 for the year that I've already have figured out. Okay, so yeah, I still have some Ford. I still have some Macy's. I still have some Kohl's. I don't have any Nordstroms at the moment, but that's okay. Do you ever feel scared when your strike isn't met and the stock value goes down big time? Not at all. Remember rule number 1, never buy something unless you're okay with holding it long term. Originally, stock market was created so people can buy a stock and hold it for years and collect a dividend 4 times a year. Okay, that's what it was normally created for. It wasn't until the 1970s that they came up with options. Now, options weren't meant to be traded the way they trade them now. They were meant to be traded as an insurance policy. So if you own a stock and you wanted to protect what you have, okay, so you look at this right here. Look at this high here, 37. Here's a perfect opportunity to buy a 37.5 put, because if the stock drops, the value of the put increases so you don't lose any money. Well, what happens if the stock is here? Well, that's where you buy an option, because if it goes up, you get to capitalize on that. The reason they were created in the first place was insurance purposes. Until somebody said, wait a minute, what if I do this and what if I do that? Perfectly legal. Now we can make money hand over fist if we know how to structure a trade using options. Now, the trading strategy I'm showing you, the covered call, is the simplest, safest, it's predictable and consistent. And if you do it right, there should be no way you ever lose. Should be. The main reason most people lose is they hit the wrong button or they use the wrong terminology. They buy a share or they buy an option rather than selling an option. They sell a stock rather than buying a stock. Okay, you have to decide what is it you want to do. Find a trading strategy that meets that and then perfect that strategy. Don't look at anything else until you perfect one. Once you perfect one, then look at other ones. Add on to them, because there's lots of ways of profiting in the stock market. Okay, it's very predictable. It's very consistent. Okay, and always stick with companies that are continuously profitable. All right, let's keep on going. Michael, premiums are high because they report earnings this week. Risky to own stock, in my opinion. Okay, I got it, Michael. Please, okay, you got it. Not your business. Okay, just tell me your top 5 dividend stocks, what you are buying. Okay, question. Do you think most people don't trade options because they don't leave, because they don't have money or requires too much mathematics? Okay, satisfied slime time? Okay, most people don't understand them. They find them as, what's the right word am I looking for? I don't want to say scared, nervous. They don't want to lose. They think if it's complicated, somebody else should do it. Okay, not your business. Okay, I'm going to tell you this one more time. Not your business. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let's go all the way back to January. Hey, James. What do you think of EQ2? Yeah, no. Sorry. That was simple, right? Appreciate for retirement. Wait a minute. Appreciation for retirement and dividends as a paycheck is what I'm working. Okay, I agree with you. I mean, that's basically what I'm doing. All right, so not your business. You ready? Ford, CVS, General Motors, Macy's. Ford, General Motors, Macy's. Week 2. Week 3, Macy's, Ford, General Motors. General Motors, Ford, Macy's. Ford, General Motors, Macy's. Macy's, 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 Ford, Kohl's, Nordstrom's, Ford, Nordstrom, Kohl's, Nordstrom's, Ford, Macy's, 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 okay, Intel, Kohl's, Macy's, Intel. Okay, you could go through all my trades and you can pretty much figure out Macy's is my favorite stock for the year. Okay? Ford, General Motors, Macy's, Nordstrom's, and Kohl's. Those are my top stocks because they consistently give me 1 to 2% every single week. All right, William, I'd always rather miss the trade and save money, always realistic with buy price and mostly hits. All right, nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Okay, my question would be to you is, how is your trading coming along? Are you consistently making over 50% every single year? And how much time are you spending in front of your computer? I equate it by how much time sitting in front of my computer, what's my rate of return over and above the average. Joey, I have 100 shares of Intel at a cost of $21.90. Would you wait until earnings report or sell a call option? Okay, Joey, I honestly can't answer that question for you because I don't know what your goal is. Why did you buy it in the first place? Are you buying it for stock appreciation? You're hoping the stock goes up, then selling it? If so, what is your sale price? Okay, because you know what your purchase price is, $21.90. Well, where's your exit? Is it $22.90, $24.90, $28.90, $60? Without knowing where you're going when you buy something, it's kind of pointless because you can go anywhere from there. Okay, that's number one. Number two, if you're asking if I would take a 1% option, hold on, what are we looking at? Intel, INTC. Okay, so you jumped in at $21.90. Well, it's currently $22.99. You've already made $22.90. That's $1 per share. I have no idea what your target is. Now, if you sold a 22, 22, you can get $1.80 per share, and then you'd be out at 22, and then you'd be back into cash, and then looking to do something else. I honestly don't know what it is you're looking to get. Are you just looking for stock appreciation, or are you looking to get a consistent cash flow? See, I don't give advice because I don't know who you are and I don't know what it is you're trying to get. Now, there are a few people here that I have talked to. When I say drop your phone number, I will give you a call. Now, I'm going to reboot because we're under 60. I always reboot under 60. But Joey, hope that helped you out. Thanks for answering your question. Appreciate you sharing. Risk, high reward. Absolutely. I like low risk, low reward. Evening 86 is here. INTC. Intel has earnings this week. Will be interesting in the print. I'm bullish on Intel at these levels. Cool. Thank you, Joey. You're welcome. Okay. But, Joey, ask yourself, what are my intentions? What are my goals? How much time from where I am today to where I want to go? Now, for me, it's retirement. Okay. I like the fact that I make enough money so that I can do whatever I want. Matter of fact, today, I didn't leave the house until around 1. Then I went down to my mom's house, worked at my mom's house, went to my son's house, dropped some stuff off, got to hang out with the kids for a little bit. Great, I'm having a blast, but I'm still in my first year. I still feel like I should be doing something. But I have nothing to do. All right. Not your business. Good night. Have a good night. William, Ford has been dead money for years now. I'm not looking. Okay, see, William. See, the main challenge, a big challenge, it's not going to be the main challenge, but a big challenge for most people that come here is to change their way of thinking. I have no intention whatsoever of buying Ford and holding on to it for years. No. I only buy Ford when I see an opportunity to make 1% within a week or two. That's it. I have no desire to hold anything long term. My idea of long term is 30 days. At this moment in time, I still have Wynn, which is Wynn Resorts. Okay, I bought it back in May. We are currently on month number 6. Okay, however, I'm still making a premium every single week on all of it. Why do you not take a small loss if it helps to move to get a better opportunity? I don't like taking losses at all. Okay, William, because once you draw a line in the sand, then you're going to draw a line closer, 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 and eventually you're so far back you forgot where you started from. Okay? Now, every single stock I buy, I write a covered call against it. Even if it drops, I still write a covered call against it. Okay? Now, when I say I make an average of 1% every single week, if you go and look at my track record, okay, look at here, week number 22, I made 0.6% in this account. But look at this account over here. I made 8.57. Okay? Next week, week number 23, I made 6%, 0.6. I made 1.87. 0.6 again. That's 3 weeks in a row, 0.6, which is less than less than 1%. Okay, but over here, I made 1.6. Look at this week here. Negative 0.15. This is the only loss I've had all year in this account. But look at this. I made 2% over here. Okay? 1.5 here, 2.8 there. Okay? 3.3 here, 1.7. 3.8, 5.2. This is when we get that third account in here. Okay? That was back in week 28, the second week of the third quarter. Okay? That's when we introduced this one. Okay? But these two right here were all year. But look at the percentages. 5.2, 1.1, 3.8, 2.1, 2.0, 2.2, 3.3, 1.4, 2.8, so on and so forth. Do I hit 1% every week? No. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But my average is way over 1% for the week, every single year. Okay? All right, so I don't do any losses at all, William. It's rule number 2. Never sell at a loss. It defeats the purpose of the whole game. Okay, Draco, Sprouts, never heard of them. It's going to be a no. Class X, AGNC. AGNC. Ooh, that don't look happy. Is 1 week 5 days or 7? 5. Okay. High, low. Where was it? Where is it? Up, down. That was horrible. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Right here. 965. The 950s are going for 14. Which that's going to be a big freaking no. Okay, 965. The 950s are going for 14. Well, you're losing 15 cents right off the top. Okay, so if I'm buying it at 965. Okay, selling at $9.50. I'm losing 15 cents. Okay? It's currently at 14 cents. That's negative numbers. Sorry, dude. AGNC is going to be a no this week. However, AGNC is not a no every single week. Oh, Dennis wants to take a look at Dell. I like Dell, Dennis. Let's take a look. Dell, D-E-L-L. Okay, so here's Dell. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Up, down, up, 120.80. I'm looking at the 121s, 219. That is close to 2%. But the question is, do you like Dell? All right, we're below 60 again. We're going to reboot. You guys don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Boy, that looks horrible. Ugh, horrible. It's time for a haircut. Alrighty. Alright, so while we're getting ready for that to reboot, let's take a look at Dell, because Dennis over here wants to take a look at Dell. Gilly, how are ya? Okay, so a year ago, Dell is at 65.73. Okay, slime time. Would Abelmal work for the strategy? I love Abelmal, but sorry, it doesn't have an EX dividend date this month. That's okay. I actually own some Abelmal, so we'll take a look at it in a minute. Just hold tight. Okay, Dennis, we're going to take a look at Dell right now. Okay, here we go. A year ago, Dell's at 66, jumps up to 180, drops back down to 87, and now we're at 120. Look at the last 30 days. Check that out. Down, up, down, up. Uh-oh, what happened here? Now, it looked as if it was going to be a perfect entry price, but it didn't open up high enough today. So I'm a little iffy about Dell. Sorry, dude, because today it should have been a little bit higher. Now, is it guaranteed? No, nothing's guaranteed except for death and taxes. Okay, that being said, wait until tomorrow to see if she goes back up again. Because hypothetically speaking, she should be going back up, or it will continue down, one or the other. But we'll see tomorrow. Tomorrow should be a good day to figure out one way or the other what we're going to do. All right, so that being said, we're going to take a look at Estee Lauder, because somebody want to take a look at Estee Lauder. So we're going to take a look at that one. I actually do have some Estee Lauder. Okay, so let's take a gander at Estee Lauder. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Up, sideways, down, up, down. 88.94 at this current moment in time. So the 89s are going for 380. That's 4%. You like that? 4%. That's a 4% trade. Okay, market circle. We'll look at Walgreens in a little bit. Wait a minute. No, we already looked at Walgreens tonight. Sorry, dude. Already looked at Walgreens. So we're looking at Div out of curiosity. On Estee Lauder, I have no idea. Hold on, let's check it out. Estee Lauder. 66-cent dividend. Hypothetically speaking, it should be at the end of November. Okay? End of November. 66 cents. Look at Walgreens again. Uh-oh. Thoughts on DJT. Actually, we looked at DJT this morning. Okay? DJT doesn't fit in the into this. Okay, James, if you're in Walgreens at 10.50 and you sold the 9.50 today, what do you do on Friday when it's around 10? I roll it forward into next week. That's basically it. Or I could buy back the option, one or the other. See, on Friday at 2:30, 3 o'clock, we sign in and we take a look at our positions. Okay. So I'm in at 10.50. I sold the 9.50s. Let's actually open. Wait a minute. We're looking at hold on. Just sit tight right there, James. We're taking a look at Estee Lauder first, and then we will take a look at Walgreens. All right? All right. So sit tight. So the numbers work really nicely with Estee Lauder. Currently, we're here. So I want to take a good look at that. A year ago, Estee Lauder was at 127.30. Okay, the high, we actually have a double high here. Okay, 159.75. Hits it in February, and then hits it again in March, and then just drops. Okay, now I bought Estee Lauder somewhere around here. So I'm in at the 100 area, and I dollar cost average down a little bit. All right, so last 30 days with Estee Lauder. Okay, so here's Estee Lauder here. Look at the setup that it has. Okay, 30 days ago, we got the high right there. She drops, retrace, drops, retrace, drops. Now she's going back up again. Okay, great. The 30-day bottom was last Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and today, all up. Now, I'm not looking at the top, the highs, or the close. I'm looking at the bottoms. Look at the bottoms. Okay. Tuesday, 86.23. Wednesday, 86.73. Thursday, 87.11. Friday, 87.13. Today, 87.27. They're all slowly going up with Estee Lauder. If you like Estee Lauder, which I do own some, and I love the premiums that Estee Lauder gives. Look, at the current price, $88.94. So if I buy it at $88.94, I can sell it to someone at $89, which is only 6 cents away. Okay, but the 89s are going for $4.80. So let's see how we figure out that rate of return. Okay, so get out of there. Let's go over to covered stock. Let's buy one at 89, right there. 100 shares. Now this is going to hurt for 100 shares at the market. Okay. Oh, it's 8,000. But look what the profit is. The profit on this one trade is $423 per contract. That's $423 per contract, but it's costing $8,500 per contract. Okay, well, let's figure out what that rate of return would be. So 423 divided by what do I have in this trade? 8,477. 8,477. That comes to a grand total of 4.9%. Okay? 4.9%. It's almost 5%. Okay, Satisfying Slime. Why did you buy Estee Lauder? Where did and what did you learn from that? Okay. Here's the thing. I have 6 different accounts. Okay? 6 different accounts. I share 3 of them with you guys. Okay, the other ones I do not share. Now, I did not say I bought Estee Lauder in this particular account because I didn't. I bought it in a different account using a different trading strategy. Okay? So there's bunches and bunches and bunches of different strategies out there. The one I share for free here, well, it's simple, it's safe, it's predictable, it's consistent, and there's no way to lose if you do it right. That being said, I did buy Estee Lauder, but look at the numbers. Okay, 423 on an $8,000 investment. Well, that is, what was it? 4.98%. That's almost a 5% trade. Well, why the hell would I want to get rid of my Estee Lauder if it keeps giving me 4 or 5% every week? I also have 100 shares of Walgreens at, Walgreens at $9.40 a share. Using your strategy for weekly gains, would you sell an option this week? Okay, Joey, I sell an option every single week. Seriously, I do. Okay, Sean Prince, you want to co-host? More than glad to have you. However, before I invite anyone as a co-host, I require you to send me your phone number so we can have a chat. Because I don't want to talk about Amway, I don't want to talk about NASCAR, I don't want to talk politics, I don't want to talk religion, I only want to talk dividend investing. That's it. Okay? All right, so, James. If you are in Walgreens at 10:50 and you sold the 9:50 calls today, what do you do on Friday if it's around 10? Well, I have two options. Option number 1, I can buy back the option, okay, whatever it costs at that moment in time, or I can roll it forward into next week and collect another premium. Okay, so what does that look like? Let's go back to here. Here's Walgreens here. View trades. Right now I'm at 11.54. I sold the 9s and the 9.50s. So to roll it forward, looks a little bit like this. Okay? What mistake do you most often with your strategy? Thanks. Sorry if I'm annoying. You're not really annoying me. You know, you're asking questions. I'm sure everybody likes those. Now, I already said the most common mistake I see, people hitting the wrong button at the wrong time. That's the most common mistake. Okay, every newbie is going to hit the wrong button at one point in time. All right? So, if you do hit the wrong button, immediately, not when you get home, not in 15, 20 minutes, immediately call your broker. Say, I made a mistake, can you fix it? Because they will look at the timestamp. Okay, the timestamp, that's when you made the trade. Wait, hold up. Your cost of Walgreens is higher than today's closing. Are you selling an option? Yes, I am. Wait, you didn't let me finish. I have a question over here. Rub and run. Okay, I used to use the 3 green arrows indicator to determine the direction of an equity. I don't think it is on Think or Swim anymore. I don't know. I've never used that. I like 2 days the upside. That's it. Okay. Okay, so back with James again. When you roll an option, right here, see where it says 1 November 24? That's this Friday. This option is going to expire this Friday at $9. Well, currently the stock's at $9.46. I don't want to sell it at $9 because I'll be losing. Because my average trade right here, see it? This is where I'm into it right now, 11.54. Okay, I bought it at 11.54, but I sold the 9 calls. Well, because the 9 calls was giving me a nice premium, and I watch it twice a day, and I have a good idea of where it is and where it's going to be. So I don't have a problem with that. So I'm going to roll this one forward and get a 10-cent credit. A 10-cent credit is almost 1%. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to bump it up a little bit and go for 11, 12 cents a share. Okay, that's a full 1%. I'm going to do a limit order, and then I'm going to do a good till cancel. So this order will stay live on the marketplace, on the market maker's screen until he fills it. Okay, so that's off to the races, and this is what it sounds like. Sell 3 calendar WBA 8 November 2024, 1 November 24. So I'm buying back this week's, I'm selling next week, and I'm getting a 12-cent credit. Limit order, good till cancel, which means, what's up, y'all? Joey. What's to keep someone from exercising the call option and you lose your shares? Joey, I'm going to get to that. It's a math problem. So I hope you like math because it's pretty easy. So I'm going to send this one off to the races. It's going to sit on the market maker's desk until it fills. And I'm also going to do the next one, WBA. I want to roll forward the 950s. Same thing, okay? I'm going to buy back the 950s, and I'm going to sell the next 950s. So I'm buying back 1 November. I'm selling 8 November. Okay, it's a 13-cent credit, which is over 1%. Fine, I'm going to leave it alone, but I am going to do it as a good till cancel. Okay, that means that order will stay. Sell 16 calendar WBAs, the weeklies, 8 November. Buying back the 1 November, the 9.5 call at 13-cent limit order, good till cancel, blah, 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 yada, 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 all that fun stuff. Have a question I just missed. Hope it's a good one. No. What stock are you looking at? Walgreens. What are some of the things you'll have to pay attention to when you trading U.S. stocks aside from taxes and conversions? I've only been holding Canada stocks. Ooh. Canada stocks I'm not familiar with, so I honestly couldn't tell you anything about them, but I'm sending this one off. That's going to sit there for a while. Let's get back to where we were. Hopefully that answers the question on rolling. James, does that answer your question? Hopefully it does. Taiwan Semiconductors, TSM, huh? All right, hold on. Where was I? Okay, Beanie, hold up a second. My cousin plays in the NFL. And he said a lot of NFL players have a company sell options with their money. Makes me think this must be a good idea. Okay. Do you like Walgreens? Of course I like Walgreens. We're actually looking at Walgreens right now. Okay, this is Walgreens. I actually own Walgreens in 4 accounts, I believe. but I don't have millions. I have only 12,000. Now, I started out with 17,000 20 years ago. So I understand it. You know, if you want to start out with 12, hey, you got to start somewhere. My grandson started out with 50 bucks. Granted, he's 4 years old, and he's not going to be able to touch his money for 14 years. Okay, so me, grandma, and the other grandparents, and the other kid, my children, you know, my son and my daughter-in-law, we're all going to take our change. You know, 10 cents here, 15 cents there, $1.50 there. Every week we're going to dump it into his account, and we're going to do the trading for him until he reaches an age where he can do it himself. Alrighty. So Beanie, you want to take a look at Taiwan Semiconductors, huh? TSM. Now, I normally don't do Taiwan Semiconductors, but I'll take a look at it for you. Okay, it's going to be a no this week only because it was a high last week. So it hasn't come down far enough yet. So the people who bought it down in this area here haven't had a chance to take their profits. So as soon as they're done, as soon as they're done taking their profits, which should be another week or two, okay, so I'm going to write TSM for 2 weeks from today. Okay, TSM. Now, don't get me wrong, I like the company. I started with 10. Cool beans. All right, so I don't mind Taiwan Semiconductors. Look at the price, 195. The 195 to going for 350. Okay, that's just shy of 2% if you like it. Dennis, thanks for spending time on rolling. It's still weak spot for me. Well, Dennis, if you ask, I will show it to you. It's really not that difficult. You're buying this week's option. You're selling next week's option and hopefully getting a credit. You don't want to get a debit. Just push it out another week until you get a credit. Because I don't like losing money anywhere. Now, Macy's, I had to push out 5 weeks because I didn't want to take a loss. What name do you use on TikTok for your public morning sessions, and do your members see something else? Well, my morning trading group is not on TikTok because you can't be interactive on TikTok. It is a Zoom call. So it is a paid feature. Okay, you do get a link first thing in the morning, right around 8 o'clock. The session starts at 9. So you can see my account, I can see your account. We can interact and interchange. That's what people are paying for. And the questions. You can ask me any question you want. I can guide you through all the different trades, but I can't tell you what to do. I can show you what I would do in your situation. James, okay, thanks. I figured you would roll. Of course I would roll, because it makes sense. Okay, it makes sense. Okay, where are we? We're at 11, so we got a half hour left to go. We got a bunch of questions. I'm just surprised you do this for free for everyone here. It's too good to be true, free education. Well, slime time, I have an ulterior motive. Okay, let me tell you, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. You ready? Here's my ulterior motive. Number one, I'm documenting my life, okay, for my children and my grandchildren. My grandson's 4. Hopefully I'm having more grandkids, but that's not my choice, you know what I mean? So, at some point in time, at this moment in time, my children have no interest in money. They're only in their early 30s and late 20s. No interest in money at all. My son just became a father, so he's getting the burden of being a dad, making a living, and then thinking to himself, shit, what the hell am I going to do when I'm 60? Or when I want to retire? Because right now, they're trying to push it back to 76? Like, fuck that shit. I retired at 49. No, sorry, 59. Okay? So, they're quickly getting to that point. What do you think of SMC at the price right now? What the heck is SMC? Hold on, I'm still going through my example. James, you're very kind to share this with us. Okay, Joey, thank you. Hey, Luke, cool beans. So let me finish my explanation of why I'm doing this. Number one, I am going to be setting up a hedge fund or some type of fund that most people who don't have the time, don't have the energy to be able to do it. Now, insurance companies will only guarantee a certain amount. Okay, I got a friend of mine, he got an insurance company to guarantee a 15% rate of return. Okay, fine. I'm trying to get them up to 20% if I can. So a lot of people would love to invest their money and get a safe, predictable, consistent 20% every single year and not do a damn thing. Well, I get almost a whole year of actual statistics to show my trades. Fine, great. Well, then I start off the fund, then it becomes available to the general public, and this is a documentation of how I got here, where I'm going, and I honestly believe at some point in life you will get a calling where you feel it is time for you to share what you accumulated over your lifetime. Now, I've been working since 1973. My first job was in 3rd grade with Old Man Simmons at the farm, picking tomatoes, picking green beans, picking corn, picking watermelons, going out into the forest, cutting down trees, stacking firewood, all that shit at the ripe old age of 10. Okay? All right, that was in 1973. All right, I've been working ever since then. I got enough saved up so that I can make 1% a week. That takes care of all my bills. I'm a simple person. I have no need for luxurious stuff. I'm fine. Don't worry about me. But I'm setting this up because I want my children to see how it's done when they get to that point in their life where they feel money is something more important. Okay? My children are strict Democrats. They believe that government handouts. They believe that I can't have conversations with my kids. I can't because I'm not really a Republican, but I believe in commerce. I believe everyone should contribute to society and be paid accordingly. Okay? I had a manufacturing company. I paid everybody piecework. I don't believe in that hourly bullshit. You get paid for what you do. If you create a profit for the company, you should be compensated. If you want hourly pay, you need to work somewhere else. And this is what I tell people. Okay, 20 years ago, I was paying someone $25 an hour when the going rate was $5 an hour. Why was I paying him $25 an hour? Because he was producing enough to make $25 an hour. Everybody had the same equal opportunity when you worked for me. Okay, so I gave everyone a percentage of what they produced. If I could take that product and resell it, great. You got your commission off of it. If I can't sell it, you don't get paid. It's that simple. All right, slime time. So, do you roll when the stock value falls below and pay the strike? And I'm confused about that. Okay, slime time, you're going to have to come back again and again and again. It's really not that difficult. And everything is all about the numbers on Friday. Because we know where we jumped in on Monday. Because that's a fact. You know, if I bought it at $100.02, well, that's what I bought it at. That never changes. Okay, what does change is this crap here. Now, this is created by you and me. Okay, the market maker sets the starting line in the morning. And then we decide, well, is it going to go up or is it going to go down? And we do that based on the noise we hear on TV, recommendations from family and friends, and then we look at price action. Well, it's going up, it's going up, it's going up. Let me buy, let me buy, let me buy. Yeah. I don't go that noise. But most people do. So I always go with the odds and probabilities. I look at the numbers. I look at the facts. I want everything in my favor before I buy anything. Most options, 80% of all options expire worthless. So I do not want to be a buyer. I do not want to be on the 20% side. I want to be a seller on the 80% side. If 80% options are expiring worthless, well then I want to sell those. Sounds kind of weird, but it is what it is. Alrighty. Alright, so what do we got? Slime time. Do you roll? Okay, yep. So, slime, just keep coming back and keep asking the questions. You'll get it eventually. It's really not that difficult. It's like, do you remember? Oh, check it out. Look what I got. Woohoo. Do you remember driving a car? First learning? Okay. I remember learning to drive a car. Okay. Okay, the gas pedal's here, the clutch is here, the brake is here. Why the hell do we have 3 pedals? I only have 2 feet. Okay, listen to the motor, feel the vibrations, watch the tachometer, watch the speed limit, 2 rear view mirrors and 2 side view mirrors and a rear view mirror. And wait a minute, I want to listen to the radio too. And wait a second, what's going on? All that shit going on at once. Do you remember that? The overwhelming sensation of all that information coming to you at once? It's the same thing. One step at a time. Learn the concepts. Learn the strategies. Don't be in a hurry. The stock market's been around for 400 years. It ain't going anywhere. Okay, so Pop Dad 88. I only do covered calls for, oh yeah, Luke, I remember that. No, I don't do Berkshire Hathaway, sorry. They don't have dividends. They don't share their profits. So how can I tell when they're going to go up? Now, the reason why, now, you should have, nobody asked that question today. Why do I do dividend? Why do I do only dividend stocks? Well, the reason I only do dividend stocks, let's go right to here. Let's get rid of this. Hey, here's a calendar. We can all see what a calendar is. November 24. Why am we looking at November 24? Let's go back one. October, here we are. All these little green dots represent a company that is paying a dividend on that little green dot. Hold on, got a question right here. Slime, you got a lot of questions today. What if you have an open position and something like the pandemic happens and things drop 2 days by 10%? Yeah, well, yeah. All righty. All right, so that being said, all right, let's go back to the calendar. The reason I only do dividend stocks, and specifically dividend stocks that are below 250 bucks. Number one, however much money you think I have, I don't. All right? I don't play in that sandbox yet. My sandbox is $250 per share or less. All right? There's some people here that play in that $1,000 a share or $2,000 share sandbox. Nope. That's not me. Sorry. Okay? Now, each one of these little green dots represents a company that's going to pay a dividend. Okay, a dividend. This is called the EX dividend date. There's 4 dates to remember when it comes to dividends. Date number 1 is the announcement date. That's when the company says, hey everybody, this is what we're paying and this is when we're paying it. Date number 2 is the EX dividend date, represented by these little green dots. The last day the stock trades before the dividend is paid out. So if you want to collect a dividend on lows, okay, you have to buy the stock before the 23rd. Okay? Now, I like to buy 2 weeks before the dividend on a Monday. So if I'm going to buy lows, I'm going to buy it on the 7th, and then I'm going to give it 2 weeks for it to go up and hit my target. Because stocks, here's a, very important, you ready? Stocks, dividend stocks, have a tendency to increase in value just before the EX date. Okay, I've been trading for over 20 years. It's one of the only indicators that is more consistent than all the other indicators. The dividend, that's when the company shares its profits with the investors. That's you and me. Okay, when they share their profits, that's when the stock prices go up just before the dividend date. Okay, now after the dividend date, after the dividend is paid, it has a tendency to go down in price. So I don't like owning the stock, and I don't like collecting the dividend. I do sometimes. It's not my intention. I use it as an indicator to tell me when to buy. So if I want lows, 2 weeks on a Monday. Morgan Stanley, 2 weeks on a Monday. Costco, 2 weeks on a Monday. EOG, 2 weeks on a Monday. 2 weeks before, that's when I buy. You guys got to figure out what works for you. Now, I found that over the last 15, 20 years of trading, that stocks have a tendency to go up in value just before the dividend date. Okay? So, let's keep on going. Hollywood! Did you cut that palm tree? No, Hollywood, I got it at my mom's house today, and mom actually showed up. She says, what are you doing? Where's all my shrubbery? So what we ended up doing, we take a lot of bromeliads, put them into a bunch of buckets, and we had to put them over in front of the place where we were working so she didn't have to see what we were doing. She's in her 80s. I mean, how do you have a conversation when someone in their 80s, when they're so dead set on their way of living. Yeah, so no, I didn't get to the palm tree today, but it is on the list. And I'm still trying to figure out how the hell am I going to lift that tree up? Okay, no, I do not trade futures. Okay, Ravens boy, NQ, no. Futures, nope, sorry. Okay, uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Okay, here we are, right here. Do you think Walgreens will survive? Well, interesting question. Walgreens has been in business for 170 years. So let me ask you a question. In the last 170 years, what has the U.S. economy actually witnessed? World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, Afghanistan, Iraq, Iran, all that bullshit over in the Gulf, the wall, the crash, the 1929 stock market crash. That's what I was getting at. The Great Depression, okay, the oil embargoes of the 70s. What was that? 2000. What happened with that 2000 thing? Y2K. That's what I was thinking of. Y2K. Okay, the pandemic, the '08 financial meltdown, all that crap in the last 170 years. Yet Walgreens is still here, and they're over 8,700 stores strong, and they have products that they own in over 22,000 stores worldwide. Now, let me ask you a question. A company that's been in business that long, do you think they're really going to disappear overnight? No. Why are they having issues? Well, the main reason they're having issues is the current administration refuses to crack down on crime. They let crime run rapid. I saw videos tonight of the voting boxes all being up 4 or 5 of them, up in flames. Sometimes there are other famous investors that use a strategy like yours. Is there a name for yours? Thanks. Sorry. I call it dividend capturing 2.0. Okay. What call is that on your screen? That's calendar on the screen. Okay, I might be a little late in some of these questions, but I'm trying to figure it out. All right, William, you are kind and patient. Thanks for your advice and insight. Okay, it's not really advice. It's just, sharing knowledge. That's what, I like calling it sharing knowledge, only because I can get in trouble for giving advice. I don't give advice. I share knowledge. All right. How much money do you lose a year? Tyler Patterson, rolling bonds. I don't do bonds at all. Okay, Tyler. This is for you, Tyler. You ready? Get out of that. Profit and losses. Let's go all the way back to January. Oops. Yeah, okay, right there. Okay. Now, Tyler, are you seeing this here? Okay, these are all my trades for the year. See right here? Profit and loss year to date. Okay, so let's isolate this right here. Okay, here are all the losses year to date. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But they're not losses because I still own every single one. So what does that mean? Tyler, that means I have 0 losses for this year in this particular account. 0 losses so far this year. Okay, and then this account here is up over 70% since the beginning of the year using this simple trading strategy. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's go back over to this one. Now this one is relatively new, so it's not as impressive. Profit and losses. I don't want to see that. I want to see profit and losses. Okay, all the way back to January. Wait a minute, this one only started in July. Okay, so here we are in July. Okay, this one See all the losses year to date? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, I still own 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 2 losses in this one for 28 bucks and one for 120. And it's not that bad. Okay, one was Walmart and Walmart and no, what's that? Nordstrom's? No. Ford. How the hell did I lose on Ford? So I lost 2 losses in this one, less than 300 bucks. I'm not worried about it. Now I have 6 accounts. I only share with three with you guys. Let's get back to where we were. Okay, hopefully that answered your question. TMO. What the heck is TMO? TMO. Now, if I have to say what the heck is something, it's usually going to be a no. Thermo Fisher Sciences. Okay, well, number 1, it's over 500 bucks. I don't do over 500 bucks. Number 2, TMO. Let's check out their dividends. How consistent are they with their dividend payments? Are they consistently increasing? And if so, for how long? Okay. 1993, 96, that's 3 years. 2001, so they missed a bunch. 2001 to 2012, what the fuck? Seriously. 2012, okay, 13, 15, 15, 15, 15, 15. 5 years with no increased dividends? What the hell? Seriously? 18, 17, 19, 22, 26, 30, 35, 39. Okay, I'm going to say hell no. I like companies that are consistently profitable for 20 years or more. This one, no. Sorry. Sorry, just not worth it. Rolling. How much money do I lose all year? I don't lose hardly anything. Luke, you could get kicked off YouTube for that. You should be more careful. I have no idea who Luke is. All right. Hey, Doc, I hope your book has a chapter with me in it. You never know. Uh-oh. William Rosian. Is that right? Rusian? Is that right? SMCI? Hell no. Let's end up with a big fat turd like SMCI. Okay, Salmon, I already did TMO. It's a no. Sheed, 15% scam. I have no idea what that means. They'll come around sometimes. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. You never know. All right, so William wants to look at SMCI. Now, we could all say that he's new because we all know SMCI is a big, fat turd, in my humble opinion. What do I think about Met? Ooh, Mickey. That's a good one. But hold tight. We're looking at SMCI Super Turd. The reason why I'm calling it SMCI Super Turd, well, nothing here is out of the ordinary. Okay? You got your weekly options. Okay? Okay, here's your bottom, here's your top. She went up, she went down, she's going sideways, 47.77. Everything looks happy. Look at this, even over 1%. Cool. So why is it a super turd? Well, let's go to Yahoo Finance and put in SMCI. So SMCI, Super Microcomputers, has no dividends. Why would I invest in a company that has no dividends? Especially on a website that says dividend investing for weekly cash flow. SMCI. Why was I thinking of something else? Okay, anyway. Summary on SMCI. They have no rate of return. So you can't figure out when are they going up, when are they going down, what kind of rate of return. So why would you invest in something that doesn't have hardly any information on it? Where's the historical performance? How can we tell whether or not this is a good stock to jump into? Anyway, I don't like it because it just doesn't fit. All right, Salmon, we already did that. Sheed, if you can tell me what 15% scam means, I can, maybe agree with you or disagree with you. Okay, William, Democrat kids, I have them also. They'll learn. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But you see what? I have to pick and choose. Even my mother, I've got to pick and choose what conversations I have with them. Because I don't talk about adult stuff and important stuff with my children or my mother. I don't, because they just don't see it. He hasn't answered the question above, so you can ask it. All right, Joey, what was the question? There was a question that I missed? Hold on, there's a question I missed. Okay, nope. Alex. Oh, I need to kick Alex off. What do you think about Met? Okay, Alex. Am I saying Alex? You gotta behave. Okay, I saw that. I don't pay attention to stuff like that, but I appreciate you pointing it out. But you don't need to point it out. I catch stuff like that, and I just don't pay attention to it. You know, it's inappropriate, and I don't even address it. The people like that, they get bored and they go away because I don't care. Really, I don't. John, how you doing? John, you're just getting here. Dude, we're just about ready to leave. I'm here every night at 9 p.m. until 11:30. It's 11:25. I'm getting ready to ring the bell and turn into a pumpkin. SMCI employee parking lot is full late into the evening each night. Okay. Oh, that's not it. Look above my question. Do I have to? Seriously? Okay, certain stuff I just, is it something I would need to see? Is it something that's educational, that help everyone out? If it's not, I prefer not to see it. Oh, sorry, Joe, Mr. 10-minute trader. Could you please explain how to sell a call option for less than what you paid and not have it called away and still make money? Oh, that's a good question. All right. Dum, da, da, dum, dum. Okay, that's a good question. So let's go over here. Let's go to, we already did it. We did it twice, as a matter of fact. Okay, Walgreens. Okay, Walgreens and Win. Okay, so let's take a look at Walgreens. Okay, Walgreens, as you can clearly see, my average price is $11.54. Okay, that's my entry price. That will never change unless I buy more and dollar cost average down. Okay, I have no intention on doing that. I'm perfectly fine right where I am. Okay, so that's my purchase price. Now, look at the options that I sold. I sold the 950 and I sold the 9s. Why would I sell an option for less than when I own the stock? Okay, let's open it up. WBA. Okay, take a close look at the chart. Time you like forward? Nope. Oh, Alex was harassing Joey. Ah, damn, I need to get a moderator over there on YouTube. Because I really don't tolerate that kind of stuff. You know, if that happens, now, I don't know who's been here the longest. It says, I don't make anybody a moderator unless I've been with them and actually had a conversation with them for at least 6 months. And then I let them be a moderator. I have a couple of really great moderators over here on TikTok. They don't tolerate that crap either. They see something, they just boot the people right away, and I don't have to deal with it. And they answer a lot of questions that I don't have to answer. And I find that great, and I appreciate them, and every time they do it, I say thank you very much, okay? Because I'm here to educate people. I'm not here to answer stupid questions, and especially some of them is really ridiculous. So I am looking for a moderator over on YouTube. So anyway, let's take a look at the chart. Now, you ask the question, how or why would I sell an option for less than what I paid for the stock? Well, I bought the stock, where are we? Walgreens. Okay. Look at when I bought it, 8/23. That's in August. Okay. August, slime time. I'm not nearly experienced enough to answer that, sorry. All right, you got it. All right, so I bought it back in August, which is way the hell over here, okay? Not even on this chart. Okay? But the stock dropped all the way down to here. So, when it's down here at $8.02, okay, when it's down to $8.02, well, yeah, I was selling the 9s. All right? Now that it's come up past the 9s, well, I'm going to roll it forward into next week. And then I roll it forward into the next week. And then as the stock goes up, it does every time, well, it does what every stock does. It goes up, finds a new high, and then it drops. Because look at that's a 60-day high right there. Okay? Look at the 30-day. Okay, this is the last 30 days. Still down here in the $8 area. Okay, way over here. Okay, perfect opportunity to sell the 9s and the 950s. Well, because she went sideways. Okay, then I collected another premium at 9 and 950. And then I sold it again here, and then she jumps up. Well, now I'm stuck. But am I really? Because it's going to go up to a certain point, turn around, and there's be profit taken, and then it comes back down again. Because that's what stocks do. They go up, they go down. They go up, they go down. So how do I avoid that? Well, I just right click, create a rolling order, and then I pick which one I want to roll forward. And as I want to roll it forward, okay, what is happening is, look, I'm buying back the one I sold this week, 1 November. That one expires this week. All right, and I don't want to be called out, which means I'd be losing money, and I don't want to sell at a loss, okay? So I roll it forward to next week, which says 8 November. See? I buy back this Friday's, 1 November, and I sell next Friday's, 8 November. The exact same call price, $9.50. So I get a 13-cent credit. Well, what's my buy price? Well, my buy price is $11.54. So I can actually change this to a 12 and put it to a limit order and create what's called a good till cancel order, so it will stay open until it fills. And then I don't have to put any more effort into it or even think about it. So I'm pushing. It's kind of like, you know what, I don't want to answer that question today. I'll answer it next week. Great. Next week comes, I say, well, I don't like it. I'll answer it next week. And I'll push it off. And I keep pushing it off, and I keep getting an additional credit. Okay, it's as long as I'm getting a credit over the 1%, because I bought it at $11.54, and 12 cents per share is over 1% of $11.54. So why not push it forward another week? It buys me an extra 7 days. I'm waiting for it to go up, because that's all stocks do. Let's go back to it. Okay? They go up, they go down, and we can go all the way back. Okay, look. Up, down, 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 up, down. I can do this all day long because that's all stocks do. They go up, they go down. And you're right, TJ. Okay, take the emotion out of it. I'm not getting married to the damn thing. I'm not taking it out on a date. Okay, I'm not even getting dressed up. I can actually do my trading in my pajamas and my underwear. It doesn't care. Stocks go up, stocks go down. That is it. Stop making it more complicated than it needs to be. You got a question? Ask. It's not that difficult. You can't get the answer you want to hear? Keep asking a question. Ask someone else. Travisian. I hope I pronounced that right. How you doing? All right, so it's 11:33, past my bedtime. I'm going to turn into a pumpkin. I got a fresh apple pie on the stove waiting for me to dig into it. So, that being said, I'm done for the night. I'm going to answer up these questions as quick as I can. I'm not going to look at anything else. PayPal's a no because they don't share the dividends. They don't share any profits. This is a great night. Woohoo! Dennis Mancini, thank you for that. Take emotion out of it. You're absolutely right. All right. Can you do one example? TMO. No, TMO is a no. Why wasn't my Ford call option exercised? Uh-oh. Johnny Roma, good night. Yeah, you got that. Julian, why wasn't my Ford call option exercised? Strike price is $1.50. Robinhood shows it went up to $182. Good question. Here's the thing. Let's get out of here. I want to show you something, and hopefully it makes sense. Delete this. Go here. Let's go to AbleMile. No, wait. Let's go to win. Win is a better option. All right. You ready for this? Crypto lover is coming. Woohoo! Gotta love crypto lover. Oh, like that. Okay, so anyway, Julian. Wait. All right, Julian, you ready? All right. Take a look at this. Uh-oh. I actually need the chart, damn it. WYNN. Okay, now, pay attention closely to everything, okay? This is going to be kind of important if that's a concern that you have. Win's high was 110. The bottom was 72, okay? A year ago, we're at 86. Shoots on up, pulls on back, shoots on up, pulls back. Okay, great. Now, I bought Win originally, okay? Look at this is my trade right here. I originally bought it 98. I dollar cost average down at 85.97. I dollar cost average down again at 81. I reached my limit. Okay, we all have to have a limit on your dollar cost averaging down. But here's the thing. I bought it in May 7th to be exact. Okay, so here's where I bought Win, right over here at 96. Look what happened over the past couple of months. Drop, sideways, and it jumped up. But here's my problem. Not a problem, just a challenge. Okay? My current average price is 87, which is right about here. Okay? Right about there is my average price. So why didn't I sell there? Well, here's why I didn't sell there. Remember when it was over here at 72? Okay, remember I say I sell options when my stock is down 3 to 5 strikes out of the money for a safety issue. So as you can see right here, I sold the 77s. So here I sold the 77s. But the stock jumped up. So now somebody has the right to buy it from me at 77. So why haven't they? Well, here's why they haven't bought it from me at 77. Okay? When somebody pays an option, it's like when you sell an option, somebody has to pay money for it. So take a look. I sold the 77s and I got $31.10 per share. Okay, so now you have to figure out whoever bought that option for 31 bucks. Well, now they have a break-even point. What is the break-even point? Well, to find the break-even point, you get the average price, 31.10, and you add it to the strike price, 77. So now it's $101.10 to break even. That's just to break even. 110. What is it? $101.10. Okay, that right? No, wait a minute. 77 and 31 is 108. Okay, $108.10 just to break even. The highest it got was 104. That's the wrong one. Right there. 107.81. So whoever bought that option at $31 a share, the highest it got was 107.81. The break even is 108.10. So whatever the option you sold, the 150, great. Well, what did they pay for that? Now, when you sell an option, there's 4 people on the dance floor. This is the way I like to describe it. 4 people on the dance floor. You're one of them. Okay? That makes us 3 people left. There's the market maker. The market maker can only take your stocks from you if they're in the money on Friday afternoon at 4:01. Right? 4:01 p.m. They can take the stocks from you if you're in the money. Now, there's only 2 people left. One is the option buyer. So whoever bought this option for 31.10, normally option buyers want to double. This one works on money stuff. Wait. Until all your money gets stuck waiting on dividends. Now, Luke, I'm going to have to disagree with you there, Luke. The strategy works until all your money gets stuck waiting on dividend. Now, I'm going to disagree with you because you haven't been paying attention. Okay? Not to insult you or anything, but if you were paying attention, you'll see. It's simple, it's safe, it's predictable, it's consistent. Now, you don't come here that often, and I'm really good with names. Okay? You sign in, I say, oh, wait a minute, Luke's back. No, you're not here that often. So the strategy works perfectly if you follow the directions. It was created for a 9-year-old. Most adults have a tendency not to want to read the directions or follow instructions because they think they know everything. And I'm guilty of that also. Okay, it was created for a 9-year-old. If you use a 9-year-old mentality, buy a certain stock, certain day, certain price, this, that, and the other thing, everything should work perfectly. If it doesn't work perfectly, you did something wrong. It's not the strategy, it's you. Sorry, but it is what it is. So let's get back to this. So we're down to the last 2 people. 4 people on Dan's floor. You, or me, the market maker. The option buyer. When an option buyer buys an option, more than likely they want to double or triple their money. Great. Well, what is the option value right now? It's 21 bucks. Well, he's not going to exercise it because it's losing money. Okay? Now, he might sell it, but he won't exercise it because there's no point in exercising it if he's losing. Now, the other person, the 4th person on the dance floor, that is the stock buyer looking to buy a stock at a discount. What does that mean? Well, at 77 bucks, he paid 31.10. His break even is, like I said, 108.10, something like that, or 110, something like that, 108.10, right? It didn't hit 108.10. Okay? Now, if the stock went up to 200 bucks, okay, then he would exercise his option because it makes sense financially. Okay, right now, this $31 a share, whoever paid that, was hoping that the stock would go up. Well, it did go up, but it didn't go up enough to make it profitable for that 4th person to exercise their option. So, Julian, whoever bought that option at $11.50, you got to look at what did they pay for it, and then think like an option buyer. Well, they're going to want to double or triple. Okay, did the option value, the mark, did that double or triple the price? Well, in this instance, no. Okay. Now, the last person on the list is the stock buyer who wants to buy that stock at a discount. Great. If the stock jumped up to 23, 24 bucks, they have the right to buy it from you at 11.50. Whatever option they paid for it then becomes valuable. Then they would exercise their option. But if it didn't go up high enough, because from what you're saying, it went up to 11.82. Well, that's only 32 cents. What did that person pay for that option? And was that enough money to entice them to exercise? Okay, not all of them exercise. Okay, 80% of all options expire worthless. That's why I want to be a seller. You sold, whoever bought it didn't exercise, well, that's on them. You still get your stock, you still get the money. Okay, what software are you using? No, this is, well, behind me is Think or Swim. It's being offered through Charles Schwab. Okay, you can download it for free, give up Charles Schwab a call and say, hey, I'd like to use that. They let you usually for a month or 2, but then they would like you to, move your money over to them and trade there. Okay, I don't get anything from them, so it is what it is. All right, let's go up to the last question. Holy shit, 64 questions. Julian closed, blah, blah, 507, blah, blah, blah. On Robinhood, Ford, missed a bunch of questions. CMI, no. What the hell were you thinking? That's right, 86. You tell them. What tool are you using? This is Think or Swim. Alibaba will have to take a look at tomorrow. But wait, it gets worse. Yes, it does. Good for you. All righty. No. I'm 18, just graduated high school. I have $2,500 to invest. Where should I start? Education. Duke, seriously. Education. Educate yourself. Don't spend it all on education, because the amount of information that's available on YouTube for free, huge. All good. All good, me too. Earnings season is on. Okay, got it. William, good night all. Thanks again, James. You're welcome. Salman, oh, so once you like the dividend stock, what's next step? Do you buy the stock or the options? I don't buy any options. If options, how long? Like I said, I don't buy options, I sell options. Okay, Duke, I got what you said the first time you said it. Okay? If you really want to chat, Duke, drop me your number. I will give you a call. In fact, anybody here wants to have a conversation, DM me your number. I will give you a buzz. Seriously. Okay, Salman, he buys the stock, sells the covered calls against it same week. Walgreens is going bankrupt. No, it ain't. Okay? Okay, what was that? J5 Cloud? I haven't heard anything about Walgreens going bankrupt. Yeah, they're closing stores. I get that. We all figured that out. 18 just graduated. Duke, stop doing that, please. Okay, Duke's buy 5 index fund. Yeah, no, I don't do the index. Okay, seriously, if you want to do the S&P 500, yeah, check the numbers. You'll be extremely disappointed. No, Duke, that's not what I said. Okay, Duke, don't spend any money. Go to YouTube, figure out what you want to do. Okay? You're 18. Don't be in such a hurry, dude. You got a long way to go. What app are you using? It's Thinkorswim. Do a little bit every week or every couple of weeks. I have most of it in tech right now, like Broadcom. Ugh! That's purely speculation, Duke. That's not what I do here. Agreed. Cost average into a Roth IRA. That way all gains are tax-free. Yeah, until you take it out. I work 9 to 5, making 20 an hour, and I have a 7% going into a Roth. Now, Duke, is that a matching or is it not matching? Because if it's a matching, great, do to the max, and then you take the rest of it out and put it somewhere else. Because usually they don't give you crap. All right, those two are solid. No, they ain't, in my humble opinion. Sweetie Swag! Good night, my friend. See you later. Duke, shoot James a message. He don't mind calling people. That's right. Duke, yes, good for you. Young people keep investing and saying blah, blah, blah. Okay, okay, great, awesome. All right, all right, all right. All right. We need a diagram. Oh, come on. Okay. They could buy bubble gum if they exercise the option. That's funny. We need a diagram for the 4 parties. Okay. Oh, that's it. Cool beans. That's it. Pop Dad 88. Where do you find you on TikTok at 9 a.m.? Do members see and hear something different? Okay, Pop Dad 88. I don't do my live trading on TikTok. It is only on a Zoom call via an email invite. All right? All right, that being said, I'm out of here. You guys have a great night. And now, the time has come. Uh-oh. Now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friends, I'll say it clear. I'll state my case, for which I'm certain. I lived a life that's full. I traveled each and every highway and more. Ugh, much. Come on.